from olives now. It's that's some funky shit.
Yeah, that is some funky shit. And again, we're still having IG problems. I don't know why we cannot connect to Instagram.
Instagram's a bunch of haters.
It's got to be. It's got to be Instagram. See, and it says I am live. Well, welcome everyone to the Afternoon Delight podcast with myself, Mr. Bob Sharp, and Art.
Yeah,
Art.
The show used to be called A Conversation with Art.
Yeah, we changed it up.
But we were up to like 5.
Yeah.
You can't go 6.
No.
Oh, why not, man?
No.
So, you know,
5's a good number.
I was gonna wait to go 7, then we could make it a World Series or something.
World Series, yeah, we could go World Series.
Okay.
So go check out the 5 episode.
Afternoon Delight's a great.
I love Afternoon Delight though.
Delight, yeah, it's a great title. And it's going to come up again in this conversation later today.
Yeah, it will. And hey, if you're lucky enough to get some Afternoon Delight, good for you. Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. And hopefully it's not with the. No, I won't go there. We got a lot of fun topics we're going to talk about tonight. This summer of 1976.
Summer of 1976.
Bob was how old?
I was 13 years old.
13 years old. The summer of 1981. That's me, and I was 13 years old.
81. That's cool.
And the youngster.
Yeah, 96.
1996, 13 years old. We're going to talk about our favorite summer trip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a history.
Yeah, a history. Then we're going to do the number one song.
The good old
the day we were born.
The day we were born.
The month as well, because I've learned that the month makes a big difference.
Yes, it does.
It changes the song. Thank God I got lucky. Because I went from a Beatles song to another song, which, Johnny with the Beatles.
No, Johnny doesn't like. Wait, Johnny doesn't like the Beatles?
Johnny does not.
But why does that sound like a good band name? Johnny and the Beatles.
Yeah, but does Johnny hate jazz?
Johnny loves jazz.
Johnny is a jazz guy.
So you don't see the joke, right?
I see the joke.
Johnny Hates Jazz was a music group.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And now you're giving me nothing but shattered dreams.
Easy, Bob. That was so close. We might get a copyright.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That
was Johnny Hates Jazz.
Just like them. No, I'm not a big Beatles fan for obvious reasons. I have stated it before on the show. I don't feel that they are the greatest rock band of all time.
Oh no, they're not.
They're not.
No, they were like one of the most influentials. But as far as greatest groups ever,
I'll give him that one. You know what? For shits and giggles, guys, we're gonna go to X because we're having trouble. We're gonna jump right into X.
Did you say the Rolling Stones were the best rock band? Or?
I would say the best rock and roll band of all times is gonna be between Queen and the Rolling Stones.
Ooh. See, when I was in high school, Queen was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the voice.
But
I thought you were going to go American with it.
You got to go.
I thought you were going to go American with it, though.
You are leaving out the Who.
I do like the Who. I do, but to me, I gotta, who's been doing it? They're still touring. Yeah. They're touring again.
A friend of mine, Cheryl, up in Soda Springs. Art, go ahead.
Huh?
Shout out
Cheryl.
Oh, hell yes. Shout out Cheryl.
At Soda Springs General Store. I can get you a free sandwich and a couple of beers.
There you go. Ahead.
Say shout out to Cheryl. It's the Soda Springs General Store.
Shout out Cheryl to
Soda Springs
General Store.
Yeah. If you ever on the way to Reno, I can hook you up.
Reno, shout out Reno, man.
My friend Cheryl is a huge Rolling Stones fan.
We're live.
Every year she will go to
we're live.
She's seen him in the States, and she will go to Amsterdam. She saw him in Amsterdam.
Are we talking about Rolling Stones?
Cheryl, Rolling Stones. Okay, huge Rolling Stones fan.
And you said, who did you say they were still going out? Or who?
Yeah, the Stones are still playing.
The Stones are still playing.
Yeah, she went to Amsterdam. She went to London. She flew to Miami one time to see the Stones. She is just a big Stones fan, but she makes a great sandwich at the Soda Springs General Store.
There you go. That's enough for me.
Now shout out Cheryl.
And her new store, she put in like a little bar. She has a tap now. Ooh. A little tap room with her. Now you can get a sandwich and a beer.
I like it.
Okay.
Do they have any boogies, a boogie sandwiches over there?
You know, she doesn't have a Bobby Boogie sandwich, but I will give her a call.
Yes, let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, by the way, make that cut of or giving out the shout out, and I'll put it on Facebook and send it to her so we can get all get free sandwiches.
I'll mark it. I'll mark it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sandwiches, shout out to our generous host.
Yeah, John.
Oh,
French fries.
Man, man of the year.
Yeah,
man of the year.
I'll take
John Truncali.
I'll take it.
John is turning 50.
57.
50. Happy birthday, John.
Come on, man. I was trying to say 50, bro.
All right. Hey, shout out to Dean Price. Dean Price, his birthday was today.
All right, Dean Price, man. Shout out.
My cousin Dean Price, he's a lawyer. He's a big Chiefs fan. He lives in Springfield, Missouri. His dad's birthday was today too. So
shout out.
See, that'd be kind of cool to have the same birthday as your dad. Like,
yeah,
that'd be kind of.
Yeah, he is actually Stanley Price Jr. Stanley Dean Price Jr.
All right.
Shout out to both
so
of them.
Uncle Stan went Stan, Dean took Dean, and yeah,
good for that guy.
Yeah, my cousin's birthday is the same as my aunt's.
Yeah,
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I am going to put this up first here. That's not how it works, John.
Oh, Jalen.
Were you born yesterday, John?
Yes.
I probably was.
When were you born?
When
were you born, John?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow you were born. Okay.
I was born tomorrow.
Happy birthday tomorrow, John.
He's from the future.
Me and Bob are going to do a reaction.
Oh, we're
video.
doing this already. Let's go.
Hold on there.
Yeah.
Art, tell us who these people are.
I think it's just the one dude. Honestly, it's one dude. I mean, the song came out. I guess the video came out like 10 months ago, but it seems longer than that. But yeah, it blew up. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard this song.
Now, is this supposed to be Humankind or Hanumankind?
That's what I think it's supposed to be Humankind, okay. But I always say Humankind.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure that I'm cool with the hip hop generation.
You're gonna love this because you love these people.
Yeah, and then they don't like put a hit out on me on the street.
No, it's not like nothing like that.
All right, we have all the rights going to the people that the song belongs to, so don't hit us up.
Yeah, big dogs.
Are you ready, Mr. Sharp?
I am. I'm curious because it says Def Jam India.
Yeah.
India.
Yeah, right there on top, Def Jam India.
Yeah,
right, here we
let's
go.
go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Right. So
let's go. Yeah.
So basically,
yeah,
we got the Indian version of Freddie Mercury.
There you go. Yeah.
Standing by the motorcycle.
Yes, that's why I had to pick. Also, you guys were talking about a video, so I was like, I want something with good, like dope visuals, and you guys are gonna trip out on this.
I am so witty instead of I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
I knew this.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I hope it doesn't go for like 15 minutes.
Right.
It might. I don't know. The song is only 3 minutes long.
But I'm serious though, dude. That's like the Indian version of Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, he does.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute.
That's gnarly. He really did that. He was really in that.
Yeah,
car.
I'm. Is that
that's a Hugo? You know what though? I'm impressed that the car's going fast enough to maintain staying on the wall, dude. That's what I'm impressed with.
Is that a Hugo though?
That's oh my god, that's all we can afford with the budget we have. Okay. Don't be bullshitting me here, okay? We are wait. We could not afford like a Ford Mustang or a Chevy Camaro, okay? We don't have Autobot money for okay.
I gotta give it up. The beat's cool.
Yeah, it is. It is
cool. I like that in the beginning of the beat, and then it's kind of all in rhythm with him stepping.
Yeah.
Boom! It just starts up.
Man, you guys are gonna be playing this in the car.
I will be jamming this to the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. This gets me pumped up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's go.
See, now he sounds Indian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fucking Yugo.
Again, oh my God, we don't have Autobot money. We don't have Ford Mustang money. We don't have Chevy Camaro money. Okay.
See, and you guys saw I was gonna pop up some video where they're gonna have Lambos and Mercedes and all that stuff.
Oh, he's pouring one out for the
all the ones we lost.
Yeah, no, I swear to God,
memory carry on.
I swear to God, next time I walk into Jack's Liquors, I'm gonna go. I saw your video, brother.
Just play it on your phone while you're
exactly. But my man's at Jack's. He's from Yemen. He's not from India, but that's okay.
Worldwide, man. Hip hop is worldwide.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Let's go. Slums are everywhere.
You do it like this.
Yeah, he actually did that, man. He was in that car.
Yeah.
I gotta give it. He's got good rhythm.
Yeah,
I know, but the car. You know how fast he has to go not to fall off.
At least 60, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Yugo went that fast.
Maybe they.
No, you know what though,
but
the beat.
It's a 4-speed, so I don't know if it got up. To
but
60.
the beat and the lyrics are pretty good, man.
Yeah. I got to give it to him. The rhythm is pretty cool.
Is.
I like the rhythm. All right. I'm going to admit this.
Plus, he works out.
He works out. We're only a minute and 40. I would rock this song in the car. I would rock this.
Yes, I'm not a big hip hop fan.
Imagine, dude.
But the guy's got some skill,
especially with the system you have in here, dude. This
we'll
blow the roof off,
dude.
Man, this is such a good song.
Night. It's night, Bob. It's night now.
Yeah, but
does the Yugo lose power?
Nah, dude, it's running on gas. It's not electric.
All right, just making sure.
You know, he's lowered now.
Yeah. Oh shit, she's laying on the car. He got him. He killed him with no shoes on. I'm sorry.
What? Oh yeah, he doesn't have shoes on.
Yeah, he does. Guy in the hood. He's like, oh my God, the fuck the sandals. I'm going barefoot for all of this.
Yeah, man.
And he's smoking weed.
Oh, that should put in prison in India.
That's a real circus. They be doing that real life.
Money run it up.
Yeah.
What should I look?
Money on my mind. And so whatever football team needs to get on there and get this song.
All right, Bob, your
that's
thoughts.
something that they
my thoughts.
To you.
What are your thoughts on that?
This is like really cool because it basically it's telling you that the world is transcending to culture, right? Everyone, these guys want to be involved in the American culture and the hip hop culture. They did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Like I said, I'm not a big hip hop fan. I probably won't. But as far as these guys making a statement, It's a great video. It's great music. The lyrics are hitting home because it's the same problems worldwide that they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think like rock lost is
Yeah.
that political statement that they used to make in the beginning, you
Uh-huh.
know, even in the 80s, you
Yeah.
know. I know it was big in the late 60s and early 70s. There was that theme with the war and everything
Yeah.
going on, and rock, that was their thing, you know. And then hip hop took that over. I mean, hip hop's the new rock.
Yeah.
They're the rock legends. They're doing what rock and rollers did in the 80s.
Right.
You know, trashing hotels, you know, having beautiful women in their videos, cars, you know, money floating around.
Yeah.
For me, it's like Bob's saying, it's kind of cool to see, you know, it's India.
Right.
And you see that culture, the American culture, not just that, but the Latin culture and how it's influencing them in their music. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
Well, you know, because but if you look, I mean, and this is what makes, to my mind, okay, look, this is what makes all of us, like, whatever culture you're in, it's like we're all family because we're all going through the same shit.
Yeah.
Right. You know, we might be in a different country, but there are people going through the same shit.
Yeah.
And to see like some guy in India, you know, make this video with the great music, with the great lyrics, telling about how life in India is just as fucked up sometimes in his neighborhood as it is here.
Yeah.
But it transcends because if you look at the second generation, third generation kids who have been here.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting more Americanized, right? Everybody wants to be more American. First generation, oh my God, are you going to work? You're going to study. Second generation, they're all doctors, they're all lawyers. You know, third generation, okay, we're going to own mini marts. Now their kids are like, I want to embrace the American culture.
Just totally threw out every fucking stereotype.
But okay, look,
I get where you're going.
you walk into a mini mart, you're freaked out if there's a Mexican or white guy running it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all third world because that's where they're pointed at. Look at the guys driving trucks now. They're, you know, Indian kids, the second generation Indian kids are all doctors and lawyers. Okay.
Yeah.
Their kids are starting to embrace the American culture more than they got to embrace it. So now they're listening to hip hop. Now they get to make a statement in hip hop because that's where they're getting pointed to. And I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Because, and that's what makes us a great country where we can all assimilate to be the same people. Again, I'm not a huge hip hop fan. Okay. But I'm not going to be mad at you because you are.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's your choice.
Yeah.
But I think I think what these guys did was great.
Yeah. Does that fit in your date, Mr. Sharp? December 11th, 1976.
Okay. The number one song in December. Oh yeah, December 76 was Tonight's the Night.
That's your song.
But go back to the summer of 76.
No, we go your birthday.
No. I will tell you what the song of the summer was. Go back to July of 76. What's the number one song?
All right, July.
Watch this. Watch how I play this in.
Nope.
Go. There's got to be a month before that.
Oh wow.
I like silly love songs though.
And silly love songs is great.
Great song.
But I remember there was one song that came out in 76 that they played nonstop.
Silly love songs. By
No. All right. There was one song when I was a kid.
Love Hangover.
Okay.
By Diana Ross.
No. When I was 13 years old, I believe it was summer 76. It had been 75.
Okay.
I believe it was 76.
Okay.
Type up Starland Vocal Band.
I'm not going to do all that.
Type up Starland Vocal Band. Starland Vocal Band. Starland Vocal. Right here.
Yeah, there they are.
Pop that up.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes. When did that come out?
When did that come out? 1976.
Yes.
1976.
The summer of 76. They played that nonstop every hour.
Okay.
Thinking of my baby, gonna get it right, gonna go in the little afternoon delight. That was their only hit, but they played that. Boom, boom. Afternoon delight.
But it wasn't the number one though. Maybe that's what it was.
It was number one for a while.
It did not make the number one list.
No, it was number one for a while because that's all they played.
Yeah.
I will call my cousin Dean Price right now.
But as far as we are concerned, December of 1976.
Yes.
The number one song
Tonight's the Night.
Bob was 13 years old. Or no, when he was born.
I would have turned 14 in 76.
Oh,
my
I'm
birthday.
sorry. Oh, this does not.
This is not the year I was born. I was born in 1962.
1962.
But this great song.
Okay.
Stay away from your window. Stay away from your back door too.
The number one
Disconnect
song in the U.S. for the
telephone
week of December
line.
29, 1962 was...
I have no idea.
You
Never heard of that shit. Rod Stewart, though, was amazing. Tonight's the night. Gonna be. I saw Rod Stewart at the Shoreline, at the Concord Pavilion, doing the downtown train tour.
No, you guys can't hear this song.
I went to the restroom. Hold on. I went to the restroom as I'm walking out because I had sixth row. Your friend, Vita Benatti.
Yeah. Oh,
Vita Benatti was sitting on the grass, and she saw me. I said, "Look, I'm going to run to the restroom. Here's my ticket. You can go sit sixth row for 2 songs." And my friend Tammy, after 2 songs, Tammy hated her. Tammy goes, "Oh, you need to leave because Bob needs to come back."
Yeah.
I let Vita Benatti sit in my seats in the 6th row for 2 songs.
All right, this is the number one song. You guys can't hear it out there, but Bob is going to listen to it. And Bob, I want you to tell me, does this song still apply to you? Is this you? Is this you?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And they're starting the car to get the record player going.
Yeah.
Hey. This is interesting. This is.
I'm thinking that's going to be an instrumental, like Wipeout was and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's an instrumental.
Yeah, I don't think there's any words here.
Yeah, that's an instrumental.
I don't understand how this song was a number one.
Well,
is it just a song that came out?
No, it was 1962, number one song in America when I was born.
I get it, dude, but 62, I feel like there was a lot other.
Yeah, but you got to remember is like things were changing. Rock and roll was changing.
Yeah.
So basically, there was some good instrumentals. There was Wipeout by the Safaris. There was this. I mean, a lot of people were doing instrumentals.
Wipeout.
One of my favorite instrumentals, those, by the way, the Commodore's Machine Gun.
Heck yeah. The Commodores.
And let's see. And Van McCoy did The Hustle. That started disco. And Walter Murphy and the E Street and the Big Apple Band did Fit the Beethoven.
What was this?
June 3rd, 1968. The number one song in America.
Great song.
Yes, Mrs. Robinson.
Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
That's such an interesting
Jesus
song.
loves you more than you will know.
Your birthday, John.
Whoa.
I feel like that's you.
Now, I may be wrong. I told Art, but is this a song about a young boy making love to an older woman?
Yes.
Yes, because this was the song they played. Mrs. Robinson,
The Graduate, right?
Well, yeah, The Graduate, right? You go, Art. God damn.
Yeah. Anything with that guy in it.
And Margaret and
Dennis Hoffman, is it? Or
No, it was Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, that's one.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Rain Man.
Jesus loves you more than you will know.
He's
Gary
Focker's dad. He's Gary Focker's dad. I forgot.
Gay Fokker. Gaylord Fokker.
Gaylord.
Your name is Gaylord Fokker. So you're Gay Fokker.
Yeah,
Mrs. Robinson. That's such a cool.
Yeah. I think that song is fitting to me.
Anne Margaret was naked.
All right.
Anne Margaret.
Anne Margaret was hot.
November 16th.
November 16th.
83.
1983. 1983. Number one song. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is, Art? Do you want to take a guess with that song?
You know what? There's so many
Duran Duran, Van Halen,
80s songs that
Islands in the Stream. That is what we are. No one in between.
What
That's where we are.
Kenny Rogers
And Dolly Parton.
Wow.
Islands in the Stream, dude.
And I'm an island boy. So that's
There
crazy.
you go.
You're an island. Do you know this song, Art?
I don't. I probably do. I just don't know that's what it's called. But shout out Kenny Rogers, man.
Yeah.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, cool.
Both of them are still
I'm
alive.
Kenny Rogers.
I think Kenny Rogers is dead. Kenny Rogers
Oh
Rose.
man.
Are you ready? Art?
Baby, when I met you, there was peace on earth.
Shout out
I said, "We have to."
Dolly
I said,
Parton,
Dolly.
man.
Beautiful.
I love Dolly.
Beautiful.
When I met you, there was peace on earth.
Wow.
I set out to find you with a fine tooth comb. I was stealing by.
I approve
There
it.
was something going on.
I approve this song.
There you go. Art approves.
For Mrs. Art.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout
That
out
I
Mrs.
can't
Prime.
explain.
Are you a deal?
There you go. I'm really surprised about this because just the 80s had so many different kind of music. And this is what. So would you guys consider this country or pop? Because they are both.
It was a crossover hit.
Yeah, it was a crossover.
It played on both stations.
Yeah.
But
because of Kenny and Doc.
Yeah, it was a crossover. It played on pop
Kenny
stations.
Rogers is not a country.
No,
song?
he's actually Kenny Rogers started out in pop music with Kenny Rogers in the first edition,
Okay.
and then he went country.
Okay.
But this is where a crossover where it played on both charts.
Yeah. Okay. Because Dolly's a country singer.
Dolly is a country singer. By the way, Mrs. Art, if you're listening,
Uh-huh.
one of these nights on a Sunday night where I'm off and Art is off, we need to meet at Tori's and do some karaoke.
Oh yeah, she'd be down for that.
Yeah, Mrs. Art, phone in.
And we can do a conversation with Mrs. Art.
Yeah, we do we do a live remote conversation with Mrs. Art before John has to go to work.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, what? You know what? We should do a conversation with Mrs. Art one day at Tapped Apple.
Oh,
on a Thursday night.
I could do that with my laptop.
Yeah, we just got to get a hold of Tapped Apple. Let them know, hey, we want to do a live remote.
They don't need to know shit.
Yeah, what you do outside is your prerogative.
Yeah, but they have great ciders.
So
Art, you're gonna have to take that night off.
Do you feel this song represents art?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
you?
hell yeah.
You said you're an island boy.
Yeah, I'm an island boy. I just dig the vibe. I don't even need to hear the whole thing, but I'm just digging the fact that it's a duet.
It is. It's a duet. It's a serious
two
love
awesome
song.
people. Yeah, man. I'm all about
Very
that.
beautiful Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Very beautiful Dolly Parton. Very drunk Kenny Rogers. Because I was like, I think was that Mad TV. They would always do that.
Yes, they would.
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. Actually, so this was Kenny Rogers right before or right after The Gambler.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what kind of brought him back into the mainstream. I think The Gambler brought him back to the mainstream.
Yeah.
Because he was forgotten about for a while. And then he made this and made The Gambler.
Well, you think about like the time that he came out and all the big lounge singers that were around at that time, you know?
Like who? I don't know.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow. You had
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
You had Barry Manilow, Billy Joel.
Barry Manilow, Billy Joel. No, I'm still talking the guys from the 60s that transitioned.
Oh, Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli.
Oh, I love Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
The other Elvis look-alike. You had
well, you had like guys like Conway Twitty, and those guys in country. But yeah,
God, what is his name?
Frankie Valli was
he toured Vegas forever.
4 seasons. Dwayne Newton.
Dwayne Newton.
Wayne Newton. Yeah.
And I'm thinking the other dude, the British guy, who he's on The Voice.
Oh, Engelbert Humperdinck or Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones.
Guys.
Yeah.
And then you had Kenny. I think Kenny was that type of music. I mean, it was still kind of like lounge.
So
trying to transition into the pop realm.
Frankie Valli, somewhere it was either, I think it was 8th grade. So I'm still 13 years old. It's the
No way.
Yeah, I'm still 13 years old. I'm starting 8th grade. So at lunchtime, we would play music in the cafeteria while we're eating lunch. Oh, What a Night came out by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Great song.
Yes.
And it's like Frankie, I'm like, God, will Frankie Valli never die? And then you had Grease come like 3 years later, 2 years later.
Yeah.
But Oh, What a Night is like one of the classics.
He is the college or beauty school dropout. Is that who I'm thinking?
No, that was Frankie Avalon.
Well, then you said Grease came out.
Yeah, but he sang the Grease song.
Oh, got you.
Grease is the word. Yeah. Yeah. But Frankie Valli, like when the Four Seasons came out, because He was like more background on that song, but Oh What a Night. Great song. Oh What a Night. Late December back in 63.
Don't hit those perfect notes, Bob.
What they filmed that video in Reno. They're right underneath the sign, the world's smallest, biggest city, whatever, in Reno. They're under that sign singing "Oh What a Night."
Yeah.
Oh, what a night.
I hate doing this, but because I know where Bob's going to go with this next question. But what is like the banger rock song? What is that one song that in rock and roll now?
Yeah,
rock and roll. That's you want everyone to hear.
Ballads don't count.
Ballads count. If
no. Let's put ballads in a separate category.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Just a banger.
So you want a banger?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I want to rock and roll all night and party every day.
Yeah.
I want everyone to get into that.
Yeah. I was thinking Love Gun.
Yeah, Love Gun. Yeah.
Did you guys both go?
Dude. How would you not?
I gotta go with the stripper song, man. Def Leppard, pour some sugar on me.
Pour some sugar on me. Yeah.
Def Leppard. I could be wrong. Def Leppard, UK band, England band, or they from the US?
Yeah. The UK.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why there was a thing a while back where it's like whoever started punk, was it the underground stuff in New York?
What did Adamant?
The UK stuff, and
where it got big.
There was actually someone who said, the managers of the Sex Pistols, he said, when he went to New York and he saw some bands, that's when he came back and he was like, all right, I saw this phenomenon happening back there and I want to, do it, but like kind of, make it bigger. They weren't, I think they were the ones who really did do all the really eccentric, hair and all that stuff. I think, New York punk rock at that time was just like, you're just like some poor kid, leather jacket, all that stuff. But like the Ramones,
Oh, I love the Ramones.
You always go for the UK bands, you're like Rolling Stones, you like Queen.
Album Hysteria is one of my favorite all-time albums.
Yeah, Hysteria, yes,
it's one of my all-time favorites.
So
I played that from front to back.
Oh yeah, great. Every song was great.
Yeah, and then that's one of the other questions for you guys. I mean, what song, what CD? I know, man. CD, cassette,
album.
What was that one for you guys that you could honestly start from the beginning and play till the end without skipping a song?
The first greatest album that I ever owned was 1975, I believe. Elton John.
Ooh.
Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy.
And you play that front to back?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
My first album that I bought and I listened to that thing over and over front to back was Green Day's Dookie.
Dookie, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I bought a CD, like, because I used to buy like the
45
singles.
Yeah, we'd buy 45s.
45.
Those are little records.
Little
one song. Yeah. You flip it over another song.
You had to use that adapter to play it on the record player.
I bought that CD. I bought that CD and Nirvana's Nevermind, but honestly, I loved that Green Day one better. At the time, I was more of a Nirvana fan, but there's some songs I could skip and Nevermind, so.
All right, you're going deep. Well, see, my whole, John, what was yours?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And what was yours?
Hysteria
Hysteria.
Was my first one. And ACDC Back to Black.
Yeah, Back to Black. Well, see,
there's another one.
I had a lot of albums and cassettes and CDs that were the greatest hits.
Yeah.
But see, that's not fair because now you're combining 4 or 5 albums on one.
Right. Or you do like a soundtrack that has different artists.
I can't remember the name of the album, but Quiet Riot's first album.
Come on, Feel the Noise.
Come on, Feel the Noise.
Come on,
Feel the Noise.
I can play that front to back.
Girls, rock your boys.
Matter of fact,
wow. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I remember my brother begging me to change the fucking CD.
Damn it, Johnny.
Change the CD. Dude. All right. So my brother Bill is a year older than me. So my brother Bill got a cassette player for Christmas. So
high roll.
We were sleeping in the same room. So he would put like Alice Cooper's greatest hits in and sleep all night. And he would put in Bachman Turner Overdrive. He'd put in Rush. And I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd turn it off and I'd wake up and it's on again because he woke up. I learned Alice Cooper's greatest hits by osmosis. trying to sleep that was learning all the words. Okay. But dude, I seriously loved his BTO.
Yeah.
Oh, there was so many great songs on that. And everyone thinks Taking Care of Business, and Hey You. But, there's just so much great stuff the Bachman Turner Overdrive did. Right. It was incredible. Yep. Man, it was awesome.
I gotta say, for me, like even in the 90s, there were some great bands and some great music in the 90s, but like in the 80s, it just my jumping back and forth from like rock to R&B was like huge for me. And like one of the first R&B, I talked about it before, like one of the first R&B albums I bought was Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Because that song was just such a great song. And I wanted to hear the rest of the album. So
Feel for You or?
Yeah, Feel for You.
Wow. See, when I was a kid in 74, 75, Rufus, and she was a singer for Rufus.
Yeah.
Tell Me Something Good.
Tell me something.
That's where I fell in love with Shaka Khan. That if you've never heard Tell Me Something Good by Rufus with Shaka Khan, have you heard it?
Yeah.
A great song.
Yeah, it is.
See, all right, so after football practice, I'm in 8th grade, 1976. We had a mini mart about a half mile away from school. We'd all walk down there after football practice. That's where our parents would pick us up. So whoever had a quarter, jukebox, 3 songs for a quarter. Whoever had the quarter had to play these 3 songs first. Okay? Philadelphia Freedom by Elton John. Tell Me Something Good by Rufus with Shaka Khan. And I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Those had to be the first 3 songs. We had white dudes, we had black dudes, we had Mexican dudes.
Did Eric Clapton cover that song? Or did he write
Eric Clapton covered it from Bob Marley.
Okay.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, I love Johnny Cash's I think it's Johnny Cash and Joe Strummer from The Clash. They did redemption songs.
Okay. Yeah. But just every time I hear Tell Me Something Good, it's like, you know how you're having a bad day and you hear that song and all of a sudden it's like, shit, why are you having a bad day, man? Everything, your whole world just turns right side up.
Yeah.
Because you're listening to Tell Me Something Good and life isn't all that bad.
Yeah, man. Music is
why have I got caps on?
Music, man. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It makes you feel so many emotions.
Dude. I tell you what, this was all right. So I had my first house, right? Turner's Long Legs, Tina Turner, yes. Yeah. So I had my first place. So I'm 21. I would meet women and bring them, or girls underage, because I'd buy them booze and stuff. Go back to my place.
Shh, don't criminalize or what is.
All right, so they're all over 18. Okay, they were all over 18. But my move was.
Are you an angel?
No. When I get to the house, couple drinks, I'm like, hey, you haven't done anything real until you've slow danced naked. Then they was talking them out of their clothes. You slow dance naked. And you would put on Brenda Russell, Piano in the Dark. Oh, God.
Piano Dark.
Great song. Pull it up one time.
I'll have to pull it
Brenda
up.
Russell, Piano in the Dark. Dude, that was the move.
Mine was,
damn.
Are you from Tennessee?
Because you're only Tennessee.
There you go.
No, dude. So this line.
Should have been, can I see your ID?
No. This line worked for me 3 times in a bar. Okay. This line worked for me 3 times. I walked up to a woman and I would say, hey, can I buy you a drink, or do I have to sleep with you first?
Yeah.
Because I will if I have to.
I will if I have to.
And they start laughing. Art, that's the beauty part, Art. They start laughing and they're like, nah, go ahead, buy me the drink. And as long as you can keep them laughing,
oh my God,
you are going to score later on that night.
Yeah, man.
It's all about getting women to laugh.
All right,
everyone loves a good time.
Before we get into our summer stuff,
yeah.
The best female legs of all times.
My wife's.
You go. Mrs. Hart. Mrs. Hart with the win. Oh, Mrs. Hart. Hart's getting lucky tonight. Art, go home, pick up a copy of Brenda Russell, Piano in the Dark, Art.
Hey, baby.
Offer to slow dance with Mrs. Art, naked, Piano in the Dark, Brenda Russell. You will bring it home, my dog.
You ever dance under the moonlight, butt naked?
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, but
1 through 10.
Yeah.
1 through 10. Tina Turner.
Great legs.
1 to 10, Bob.
1, 10, 1, whatever. What's the highest I can go?
1 is the lowest. 10.
10. Tina Turner, 10.
10. Tina Turner. All right.
Legs.
Best legs.
-1.
You don't like Tina Turner's legs?
Oh man.
No, he's covering.
Oh, yeah.
This
This is art.
I think she has her. Yeah, I would say she's probably a 9. She's up there.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah. I'm going with Bob. 9, 10, right
10.
in that area.
Athletic? God damn.
Yeah. Marilyn Monroe, Bob.
Never seen it.
Marilyn Monroe. I would give Marilyn's rack a 10. Her legs probably a 7.
Yeah.
She has legs.
She, come on, the most famous photo.
Oh yeah, that's what I've heard with the dress.
Yeah, with the dress.
Yeah. Okay, so Marilyn Monroe, I'll give her a 9.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Marilyn Monroe. I don't know why she's this high on the list because I think she had some funky kneecaps. So I'm gonna go. I know.
Play that funky kneecap,
White boy. Play that funky kneecap, white boy.
I think it's because she used to play the spoons, right?
There you go. Or she liked to get spooned. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go 6.
I was gonna say, you know why those knees are bad.
I'm gonna go 6 only because the Kennedys were in there.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. President.
Happy birthday.
Now you guys got me sauced. I'm wilding out. I don't care.
That's all right, Wilding Out. But hey, we should have went and saw Nick Cannon, man.
Yeah,
I love Wilding Out.
That
Go ahead,
show
John.
would've been great.
Cindy Crawford, Mr. Sharp.
Cindy Crawford was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Cindy Crawford was like one of the first perfect women I've seen. Although I would give her legs probably an 8.
Okay.
Her smile was a 10.
We're gonna do this because it's only fair.
I never thought. I mean, okay, I'm not saying she's ugly or anything. I just don't understand the. It's like her and Julia Roberts. I don't understand the hype of them.
I don't like Julia
Yeah, I'm with Bob. I'm not a huge fan of Julia Roberts.
I'm not a big Julia Roberts fan.
But Cindy Crawford, huh? You guys are.
Yeah, because she was a supermodel. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's no better Pepsi commercial ever than Cindy Crawford's, right?
She did a movie with one of the Baldwins where she was naked. I remember that when I was a kid.
Easy, Bob. Remember? She's always listening.
No, right there. See, Cindy Crawford's legs, that's an 8. That's not.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
I'm not going to spend my whole paycheck on her right there with those legs, but,
7. I'm going 7. 7 on the legs. 7 on the legs.
7 on the legs.
7 on the legs.
Yeah.
She's a 5.
Where's the rest of the girls?
All right, so if we're going legs,
oh, here we go. We got the list.
Never heard of her.
It's no longer available.
if we're going legs, okay. If we're going legs, I don't know who she is. Katarina Witt.
Oh, I thought he was for sure going to go with his. What's her name?
No, Katarina Witt, Christy Yamaguchi.
Okay.
They're ice skaters.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Dude, the reason
do, huh?
the reason I love taking my nieces and nephews to Walt Disney World on Ice for 20 years because some of those female ice skaters had great legs. That's a workout for your legs. They had great fucking thighs.
Tina Turner makes 16 on the list.
Have you guys ever seen women's volleyball?
Yo, beach volleyball.
I mean,
Johnny,
hey,
Johnny, you leave me.
I'm just saying, leg wise.
No, beach volleyball.
They have.
Hell
legs,
yes.
I've seen.
They got ass too. In those little bikinis.
Cher makes 16 on the list.
Cher's old.
Athletic sports.
She had. I'm gonna go an 8 with Cher. Cher's getting an 8 with legs.
Yeah, no. Give me like a gymnast or give me an ice skater.
Jennifer Beals. I don't know.
Flash dance. Hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah, flash dance. I do remember she had some.
Jennifer Beals and flash dance, a dancer.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. I give her.
You're trying to just type legs, man.
Wait,
I forgot to legs and
to quote Mike Myers in Wayne's World, swing.
There you go.
Swing.
Never mind. I don't know. Damn, Enzo did
No,
not
Enzo. Where's Enzo?
like that at all. Where is he? He's right here. What happened? He didn't like showing, I guess.
He didn't like the swing.
He didn't like
I'm going like a 5 on those, man. They
No,
look a little rough.
dude.
They look a little rough.
Oh,
Hey, man, it's
I don't
me.
know.
It's my pick.
The show just goes
She's not Italian. That's why.
Yeah. Jane Fonda.
You get Jane Fonda the fuck off that screen. I hate Jane Fonda.
Nine. Jane
Fonda sucks.
Jane Fonda's legs.
Nope. Jane Fonda. No. No Jane Fonda.
Wow.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Come on.
Can't do it. Nope. Fuck Jane Fonda.
Olivia Newton-John had a nice set of legs.
Yeah, she did. She did. Easy there. Remember, she's always listening.
She's an Olivia Newton-John fan too, so she could.
Yeah, I'm going. Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda. No.
I don't.
Wow, she looks better older, in my opinion. Like the younger version of her didn't.
The only good thing she did was Barbarella. Okay, Barbarella. That's other than that, Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda kissed my ass.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, model.
Iman was a model. She was a black model, and she married David Bowie.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's right. She married David Bowie.
She married David Bowie.
Sharon Stone. I'm going.
Basic Instinct. Sharon Stone. Oh my God.
9.5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they weren't athletic. They were nice because you got to see her yoo-hoo. So
never seen it.
You've never seen Basic Instinct, dude. Watch Basic Instinct.
You've never seen that movie.
Watch the scene in Basic Instinct. You won't forget it.
They're not going to show it on YouTube, John. Your boy Ace here. So this was like the first and ever time they kind of showed oh no, they've showed female parts before, huh?
Right. But she committed a murder. They're trying to interview her.
I've seen have female parts,
and she's not wearing panties, and she crosses her legs, and you get to see yoo-hoo.
Stunt double. Stunt yoo-hoo.
Yeah. Oh,
look, they're all looking at her dress.
Yeah. Newman.
Yeah. She uncrosses her legs and crosses them again.
Yeah, I'm giving her a 9.5 on her legs. That's all I'm saying. I'm going.
These women are all beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
They're all. Yeah. Mariah Carey.
Love Mariah.
Those are some fantastic. 10.
What's in the go to number 9?
Number 9.
It has to, like, if it doesn't involve sports,
those are some damn good
looks.
looks.
Oh, Jessica Simpson and Dukes of Hazzard when she's in the bikini
playing in the background, like episode 3. He just had it playing the whole time.
I'm going. She's getting a 10. Jessica
Simpson, yeah, and the bikini. Oh yeah,
I'm giving her a 10.
Yeah.
Rihanna,
yeah.
Rihanna's got great legs.
Shakira better be on here,
and her legs are super long. So I'm going 10 on Rihanna.
Oh, yeah. Shakira better be on here.
Jennifer Aniston.
No,
those are average. Maybe.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's not that hot.
4.5, maybe.
She's not that hot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go 4.5.
I don't see what the people love about her.
I don't. Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, she's all right.
Yeah, I'll give her a good solid 7.
Yeah, 7.5 maybe.
7.5. Ooh,
Giselle's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's Tom Brady's wife.
That's Tom Brady's wife.
Ex-wife.
Oh, ex-wife.
Ex-wife. She's having the Kung Fu Kids baby.
Giselle Munchin. Oh, goddamn.
Easy there, sport. Yeah, those are probably those are 11s. If I'm going to give them numbers,
that'll get me to the place where I want to go.
Yeah, that didn't make me throw footballs far. And I don't know who.
No, that's George Clooney's wife. She's all right.
Yeah, she's good. She's not bad. Not bad. Jennifer Lopez.
I knew J-Lo had to be in this list.
J-Lo's got good legs.
All right. Mrs. Art's not listening.
You can agree that Jennifer Lopez has good legs.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything.
I give Jennifer 8.
Give her an 8.
I wasn't gonna rate her, but Kate Hudson.
Kate Middleton.
Oh, my bad. I don't know.
No, she's like the Queen of England. No, she's not that great.
Oh,
but her legs are nice.
Oh, they're average.
All right, we'll check them out.
She doesn't work out.
She don't need to work out, man.
I know she's a freaking Queen of England. She has, but still.
Who do you think's prettier, her or the other ones, the brothers?
Oh, I would take Kate Middleton over the.
It's hard because she's not allowed to show her legs.
Right there.
Yeah, so she's always got to hide them. So I'm gonna go.
She's classy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go classy 7.
Yeah, classy 7.
Yeah, I'll give her.
She's all right.
7.
She's okay.
All right. And number 1 on the list. Heidi Klum.
Where is Katarina Witt, Chrissy Yamaguchi? Where are the
athletes?
Where are the ice skaters with the great thighs?
Dude, Heidi Klum though, dude. Those were some. Those were some.
Hey, she went. Come on, give me an ice skater.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
know who's not on this list, and I follow her on
Anyone that's not white.
Selma Hayek.
No,
Oh no, sorry. Jennifer Lopez was on that list.
Taylor
Lopez
Swift.
was
Taylor
on that
Swift.
list,
Taylor Swift.
no, Taylor's she's got great legs too.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain does. The other one that sings for the Thursday Night Football song,
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
She works out.
Yeah,
Her legs are muscular.
She's got some great looking.
She
legs
works
too,
out.
as well. Who else on there that should have been on that list?
There's
There's quite a few women that should have been on that list.
I don't know.
And Mrs. Art should have been on that.
Yeah, Mrs. Art.
Should have definitely.
Shout out to Mrs. Art.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Art. Shout out to Mrs. Art. She should have been on the list. We apologize. We don't know what happened, Mrs. Art. Oh, gentlemen, Mr. Let's start with Art.
What? Let's go.
13 years old, Art. Where was your favorite summer? Where'd you go? What was your favorite summer trip?
Dude, we didn't go anywhere in summer.
You didn't
Like,
go.
we didn't do that.
In LA, though.
Yeah,
So you were like how far away from the beach?
13. So yeah, like a 2-hour drive.
2-hour drive.
Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, even and you'll find that out. Like a lot of people who are poor and stuff, and they live like in a neighborhood, like they live in the hood, like they find their own ways of having fun. Like I can remember, I don't know if this was I was 13 or not, but my buddies knew a code to this apartment complex, and we would go in there, and they had like a cool gym, and they'd have a adult pool spa, and we would just go there all the time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool, and it was like definitely it's like every summer, man. Like, you know, you're just like around the neighborhood. Like it was one of those kind of things.
Yeah.
I don't really.
That's what was
Didn't
cool
really
about
travel.
summer, though.
Yeah.
When you're 13, you get on your bike. And,
Yeah.
Not now, but
Right.
but when we were young, you know, we were able to ride our bikes places, do things.
Yeah.
You guys would ride it to freaking Knight's Ferry. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We rode our bikes to Nice Ferry. Mr. Art, look at those movies up there. These are the summer movies of 1996.
Shit, I definitely didn't see none of those. That's for sure.
I'm still waiting for a movie that I've seen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
Yeah, man.
No,
I
keep
don't
going.
remember any of those movies.
I've not seen any of those.
13.
We had Independence Day was the #1 movie.
Okay, yeah.
Not when I was 13.
No, when Art
19 when Art was 13. Oh,
Yeah,
I've seen all those.
Art, yeah, Twister, Mission Impossible.
The Rock was awesome.
That was a great fucking.
The Nutty Professor.
Wow, The Rock was done by Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Nutty Professor, the dinner scene. Me and Jesse and Scotty can do the whole scene. I'm on my club. Hercules, my little Hercules, look at my little Hercules. Oh,
Eddie Murphy was a genius.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was.
so-
Dude, looking down this list, there were some great fucking movies that
Yeah,
came
time
out.
to
wait,
Kill.
no, the best movie on here right now that
Cable
I can
Guy.
see, A Time to Kill, #9. You ever see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey is defending
The lawyer-
Samuel L. Jackson because they raped his daughter and he killed the guys.
And then he killed.
Great.
He killed the guys in
Dude,
court.
Yeah,
like,
great fucking movie.
Fuck, a Cable Guy, dude.
yeah,
That-
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy's on there. Dragonheart, Jack,
Independence Day was awesome. Twister was good.
Tin Cup,
The Rock. I'm telling you, but the best movie so far is A
Striptease.
Time to Kill. Time to
Striptease, that's with
Demi Moore and Burt Reynolds.
Talk about some great legs.
Demi Moore.
Yeah,
God
she
damn,
had
Demi
some
Moore.
really good legs. Yeah.
Tin Cup was awesome. Jack was incredible.
Kingpin was in '96 too.
I love Kingpin.
Escape from LA.
Escape from LA, Chain Reaction, Flipper,
The movie everyone gets mixed up.
Kazam.
Hey, dude, this-
Kazam
you
sucked.
know what? This makes me kind of sad because summers now don't have this many blockbusters.
Right.
You know,
Right.
not like they don't still come out with good movies, but we're like on number 28, 27. We're
Mhm.
still looking at some really good ones.
Well,
Multiplicity.
The thing too is, I remember it took movie theaters. They didn't do these things quickly in 3 months. Now they're pumping them out every 3
Right.
months. Dude.
Right.
It's just like it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like who read the script?
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
Spy Hard was funny as hell.
A lot of TV shows now are as good as movies
Yeah.
too. So
The Fan. Have you guys ever seen The Fan?
No.
Oh, dude, Robert De Niro is stalking Wesley Snipes who's supposed to be like Barry Bonds for the Giants.
Yes, that's a good movie.
It's a great movie, man.
Primal Fear is a crazy one.
The Quest,
A very Brady sequel.
There's some great fucking movies that came out in '96. Yeah. Holy shit!
Yeah. Toy Story. Number 47 is Toy Story.
Wow.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, Independence Day just fucking rocked.
Well, look, 6,897,000. Toy Story. Number 47. Toy Story is awesome.
And that's the first one.
Yeah.
That's the first one. So, that was, it was all new to everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Fear was good.
Yeah.
Fear was with
Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And
the original
and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, was it? I thought it was. I always thought it was
Alyssa Milano, Reese Witherspoon,
okay.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
Land of Freedom. Oh, Jesus Christ! Braveheart came out in '96.
No way! Braveheart was only $48,000.
No, it can't be right. Maybe opening day.
No, it said gross. Maybe for that year.
Yeah.
Braveheart is one of the greatest fucking movies ever.
Yeah, that's
and crazy. It played in. They're saying it played in 2,000 theaters.
Yeah, 1976. I mean, 1996.
1996. Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, look how many
total
theaters.
Gross.
So, like,
it's a total gross that it made.
Yeah,
right. But gross. Look, you see how what is this? Land and Freedom.
Yeah,
it's saying it only played in 10 theaters and made 260.
Yeah, but Braveheart to be that low. Now look, see, Braveheart total gross was $75 million.
$75 million in May 20.
But gross when it probably the first weekend it came out.
Yeah.
But Braveheart's an incredible fucking movie.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you go to the top and you see what
this must be the first weekend it came out.
Yeah, I mean, summer 1996 is May 3rd to December 2nd. So so you're talking about the first month.
But you know what though, there wasn't a lot of
first month.
There wasn't a lot of build up for Braveheart when it first came out.
$281
$1
million.
Because I didn't see Braveheart till it came out on cable.
Are you surprised? Well, Twister, God, that was
Independence Day was huge, but they did a lot of marketing for Twister.
Yeah, they did.
And like Independence Day came out July 3rd.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Of course, like, Independence Day, bro.
Yeah, people were like, "Let's do this, man."
That was a great movie.
And compared to like May 10th, you know.
Yeah. But A Time to Kill came out. That was
Will Smith. That is
Braveheart and A Time to Kill were probably the best movies on that list.
Wait, did he do Independence Day before he did Bad Boys, or did
Bad Boys first?
Yeah, Bad Boys first.
Yeah. Okay, so movie released 1976.
Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver was awesome. You talking to me? You talking to me?
You talking to me?
You think you talking to me?
You talking to me, man?
Rocky. Dun, 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 dun. I'll tell you right now, The Outlaw Josie Wales is probably one of the best westerns ever.
Network came out.
Network was awesome because
come on, what's the line? What's the line? Line from the Network?
I have no idea.
I don't want to know. It's something about any more. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
I'm trying to think. Go ahead. No, you tell me. I can't think of it. Holly Hunter, William Hurt. It's not You Can't Handle the Truth, but it's something like that.
No, it's
something like that.
Oh God, I used it before.
I don't care anymore.
I can't.
Yeah, no, Network was hilarious. Was awesome.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
Oh, dude, Carrie was awesome.
Damn. Now it's bothering me, so I have to look because it's a famous quote.
Yeah, it is
right there. It's that quote right there.
It is.
What? What? This is a Peter Finch movie?
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah.
Damn. Whoa. That's this. This is a crazy.
There it is. Right there.
Oh, out from the window.
as hell.
Mad as hell.
I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm mad as hell. And I'm not going to take it anymore. Carrie's a great movie. Freaked me the shit out.
Carrie. So Carrie had a very young.
Hey, check out the network. That looked like a crazy
John
ass movie.
Travolta. John Travolta's in Carrie.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Very young John Travolta. This right here,
Logan's
Run. All right. So if you don't know the premise, right?
I don't know the premise.
Okay. The premise is there's this society, then they want to do population control.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And every year or every day they have a celebration, people turning 30.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't know is they elevate them up to the sky and they think they're going on to this new place to live, and they kill them.
Yeah, they kill him.
So you don't live past 30.
Mm-hmm.
So Logan is a police officer who they confine everybody to this little town. You can't leave.
Yeah.
And they kill you if you try to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's 29.
Okay.
He's about to turn 30.
He's fucked.
Now he knows the secret of what happens when you turn 30.
Okay.
They kill you.
Yeah.
So Logan escapes.
Logan runs. Baby.
Logan runs.
Yeah.
And he's got this hooker with him.
Oh, if you're gonna run, you might as well run with the hook.
All right, so dude, look. When I was a teenager, I saw her naked in a movie, and she was one of my favorite actresses. Her name is Jenny Agutter, Agutter. She was the hooker. But yeah, Logan's Run. So what they do eventually, they escape. They send the police to come look for him, right?
Yeah.
So they find Peter Ustinov, who's like 80 years old. They bring him back with them into town.
Okay.
And people are freaking out like, oh my God, he's old.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's old. Oh, and they're all like trying to touch him and stuff because he's over 30.
Yeah.
But you think you're going to Utopia when you're 30. They kill you.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All the presidents
Interesting movies back in
and
the
the one
day.
movie that freaked me out too is The Omen.
The Omen. Fuck The Omen.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's
The Omen, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Fuck both of those movies.
In the realm of science.
The Men Who Fell to Earth.
That was a good movie. The Bad News Bears with Walter
There you
Matthau.
go. That's a good one. That's a classic.
Kelly Leak, man. Kelly Leak.
Kelly.
Classic.
Oh, Marathon Man was good. That was Dustin Hoffman.
There you go. That's enough.
The Shoot Us with John Wayne.
John Wayne movie's got to be in there.
I don't remember 1900.
Little girl who lives down the lane.
I kind of remember seeing that, but I'm not sure.
I could see that a movie you wanted to go see, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, 1975, they had Jaws. Dude. Midway, great fucking movie. And the remake is even better.
Even better.
Midway. All right.
Yeah, if you've never seen Midway, it's about the Battle of Midway,
Okay.
but it's a great movie. But the remake with Woody Harrelson is even better.
Yeah, I mean,
Art
Woody
doesn't want to
Harrelson.
watch that movie. That's when we killed his people.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Murder by Death.
Oh, Murder by Death is the one? I'll see whatever, man.
No, Midway.
Oh,
Midway's no, that's the Battle of Midway.
Uh,
That's in World War II.
yeah.
Didn't we kill the Japanese?
No, he's Filipino.
Oh, geez.
Filipinos fought on our side.
I'll watch whatever, man.
The Enforcer.
The Enforcer, dirty hair, Clint Eastwood. Dude carried a 44 mag pistol.
Yeah.
Dude was incredible.
The Eagle Has
The Eagle Has Landed was World War II about getting a German spy into England.
Assault on Precinct 13.
Yes, the assault on Precinct 13, where
That just sounds
they
dirty.
tried to overrun the
Yeah.
police.
That just sounds dirty.
A real young girl. Yeah,
You
I
sure
didn't
that's
see
not
that.
a porno. You
All
sure?
right, you might as well keep scrolling up.
I might have to go watch that one.
Lieutenant, don't remember that. Alice, Sweet Alice was weird.
I think a lot of
Burnt Offerings. Karen Black. Karen Black, Burnt Offerings was kind of like The Omen.
And Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone.
A Star was
All right,
born.
A Star is Born. Okay.
That's the remake.
Star is-
I'm like, okay, so I'm a teenager, and my
I'm
parents,
off the deep end.
my parents took me to go see A Star is Born.
Okay, this one.
Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand.
Oh, Chris Christopherson. He just died.
I'm sitting in front of my parents in the movie theater, bigger theater on base. All I know is they're getting intimate. Next thing I know, my dad's hands are over my eyes. So apparently Barbara Streisand was topless.
Yeah, you missed out.
Because my dad just reached over and covered up my eyes.
You missed out.
Barbara Streisand?
Barbara Streisand.
Oh,
She's naked?
Yeah, topless.
Madam Kitty.
Whoa.
Yeah, Madam Kitty. That's
I remember that.
Officer.
Silver Streak. Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor.
I've seen this.
Great fucking movie.
It's a good.
Pink Panther Strikes Again.
Yes.
Okay, look. All right, so right here, stop right here.
Yeah.
Pink Panther Strikes Again. One of the funniest scenes ever is Inspector Clouseau is in just outside the elevator. Dude has a dog next to him. Is your dog a bite? He goes, no, my dog does not bite. He's like, you sure your dog does not bite? He goes, dude, my dog doesn't bite. So he reaches down to pet his dog, and the dog bites him. He goes, I thought you said your dog does not bite. He goes, that ain't my dog.
It's not my dog.
Freaky Friday. Saw Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Last Tycoon. Oh, Marlon Brando.
Shit,
Scott Fitzgerald.
King Kong came
King
out.
Kong was Jessica Lange, Bo Bridges. Jessica Lange, you got to see her boobies.
Boobies. Lipstick. Good.
Oh, dude. So lipstick. Lipstick, okay.
76 is
That's weird because she looks like Charlize Theron.
That's Margot Hemingway. So Margot Hemingway gets raped. She's a supermodel. She gets raped. And the guy later in the movie comes after her sister, Mariel Hemingway. And she kills the guy. But that's, yeah.
Way to ruin it for everybody out there.
Movie, man.
Wait. Barbed wire dolls? Are we reaching into porn?
I think it's...
Wait. Lesbian wardens, torture, nudity, sex, insanity, conspiracy, round out the formula.
Yeah.
We gotta watch that shit, Art.
It's got a 4.4 rating on
Barbed wire dolls.
That's interesting. It's
It's
not rated.
I'm thinking we got a lot of boobies in that movie.
It got a 4.4.
Yeah, 4.
Hey, all I care about is lesbians and
Yeah.
Hollywood Boulevard.
The lesbian warden.
Yeah, torture, nudity, sex, insanity. Hollywood Boulevard.
Could we maybe?
Whoa, that one's
Takes hostage bank round.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Casanova.
Massacre at Central High.
That was probably an R-rated. That was probably an R-rated
the
movie.
Devil, a Daughter. All right.
Voyage of the Damned.
King of the Road.
Aces High.
That is it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do Johnny's. 1981. 1981. It should be interesting. 1981.
That's such a good year, man.
Girl, she's back at work.
What happened?
Go ahead.
1981. Whoa.
Here we go. 1981. What was that? The Four Seasons. I do not remember.
I think I saw that, but I can't remember.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yes.
Who hasn't seen
Raiders of the Lost
That's a
Ark?
good one, man. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I never seen that. Blowout.
Blowout was a controversial movie. It was about John Travolta, I believe, is
Body Heat was good.
First photographer, and he catches where someone shoots out the tire of a congressman with his side chick in the car.
Body Heat was good.
Body Heat was incredible. John Hurt.
Who else is in there? Come on. She didn't marry Gene Simmons, but she's Gene Simmons' wife.
Shannon Tweed?
Shannon Tweed's in Body Heat, I think.
I thought it was it wasn't Basinger. I thought it was
was it? I
thought it was Kim Basinger.
Was it Kim? I thought it was.
It was Kim Basinger and John Hurt.
Might have been. Let me look, because you might be right. I can't remember which movie she was in.
No, Kathleen Turner. Kathleen Turner and John Hurt.
Yeah. Turner. I can't remember which movie she was in, but Shannon Tweed. Yeah.
Hot Dog the movie.
Yeah, Hot Dog the movie.
Evil Dead.
A lot of boobies.
There you go.
Excalibur.
I loved Excalibur. Excalibur was a great movie.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. That was a good movie.
Das Boot. Endless Love.
Oh, dude, my love.
The greatest movie. One of the greatest movies ever.
Escape from New York. Snake Plissken.
Snake.
Porky's. Yes. Have you seen Porky's?
Yeah, and you know what I'm looking at right now? I always knew that was their hole to peep in, but that could be a glory hole. I never thought about that till right now. Did you guys know?
Yeah, Porky's. Yeah, get the hole in the shower.
Yeah, but that's like for peeping. But now it seems like
They just did that to Pete, but then they stuck their
Tommy Turner stuck his dick in, and then Beulah Ballbreaker.
Great movie, The Road Warriors.
Great movie, Road Warrior.
American.
Great movie. David Knott.
Yes. Stripes.
Wait. So right here in an American Wolf in London, the girl he was sleeping with in London in that movie, Jenny Gutter, who was the hooker in Logan's Run.
Oh, okay. Found the hooker.
I love Jenny Gutter, man.
Okay.
Stripes. That's a fact, Jack.
Don't hate me. I didn't think it was that funny.
What, Stripes?
Stripes.
I love Striped.
It's a good movie, but I didn't like put it up there as
No, I won't. I wouldn't put it as like one of my top 10 comedies. Good movie though.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Taps is a great movie.
Okay. Taps was just all the young actors in there. You had Timothy Hutton. You had Sean Penn.
Yep.
You had Tom Cruise, who was Brian in charge of the Red Berets.
Yep.
Great movie, Taps.
Yep. Taps a great movie.
Time Bandits was good.
I love Time Bandits, man.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans was good.
Now
this right here, if you gotta watch Heavy Metal.
Yeah, I've seen Heavy Metal. I thought it came out in the 90s.
No, Heavy Metal came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's so
Heavy
cool.
Metal is one of those cult movies that's just incredible. It's like a cartoon version of Sin City.
Yeah.
Heavy
I
Metal.
might be thinking of like Heavy Metal.
Run.
They made like another Heavy Metal.
Yeah,
Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run on Golden Pond.
I gotta agree. It's a great movie. If you've never seen On Golden Pond, it's a good movie.
Then you got to watch The Notebook, man.
I ain't watching the fucking Notebook. History.
Funniest, one of the funniest movies of all time.
These are the guys who did
Mel Brooks did Blazing Saddles.
Mel Brooks. Okay.
Did Blazing Saddles.
Have you ever seen History of the World Part 1?
Yeah, I just thought it was the other guys that made it though. But yeah,
No,
that is Mel Brooks.
For Your Eyes Only. Sheena Easton sang that song, theme song.
The Burning.
For Your Eyes Only.
Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound is a cute movie.
Oh shit, I came out like
Part
that?
2.
Part 2, Friday the 13th.
My Dinner with Andre.
My Dinner with Andre. I had to watch that in Film Appreciation.
Oh God.
Chariots of Fire was a good movie.
Was it really?
It was. I love Chariots of Fire.
Was it just a song?
No, it was the whole process. It was the whole thing about the movie.
Southern Comfort. That's got to be a porno. Hollywood 2.
Halloween 2. Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer.
Arthur.
It's a great movie.
Arthur's an incredible movie.
Arthur's a great movie.
Oh my God. Wait, she's a hooker. She's a hooker.
The Howling. Reds.
Reds was a good movie.
SOB.
Oh, okay, dude. Look. Okay. So SOB. Basically, Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins.
Oh,
Julie
Andrews
gets topless in this movie.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins gets topless. In this
Mary
movie.
Poppins, y'all.
Yes. Julie Andrews.
Mary's popping it. Right.
Julie Andrews gets naked in this movie.
Now we know what.
So I took go back.
Now we know what that sugar was in her bag.
Right there. Go back to SOB. So SOB.
Why do I have to go back?
No, hold on. I got a story.
I know, but
so I took my boss's daughter to this movie.
Bad mistake.
I'm 18 years old. She's 29.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So we go back to her place after the movie, and a couple drinks later, Bob is no longer a virgin.
Oh.
And this is SOB is the movie that Mary Poppins showed her titties at?
Yes, SOB is the movie Mary Poppins.
Damn.
It wasn't The Postman Always Rings Twice?
That was a good movie. Mommy Dearest.
Some of these movies.
The Beyond.
That's a crazy movie.
Quest for Fire was great.
Private Lessons.
I saw Private Lessons, yes.
Whoa,
This is one of the movies that gets a lot of grief from Gen Z.
Right, because it's a 15-year-old sleeping with his tutor.
Yeah. This is the one that gets a lot of flack.
That's crazy.
It gets a lot of flack.
Gallipoli. I saw this in Film Appreciation. World War I, Mel Gibson's first movie.
Is that his first movie?
Yeah, Gallipoli.
Oh, wow.
Great movie. Great. Go. I encourage anybody to go see Gallipoli. Victory. That was the movie they made about soccer with Stallone and Pele.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, wow.
It was bad movie.
It was bad, Art. It was
bad. Bad movie, dude. Dead and Burn. That's it. Yeah. So 1981. Yeah.
A lot of good movies on there that I saw.
I thought about this one. Go ahead, Art.
You said you saw. So how old were you when you went to go see Grease?
That was in 1978 in South Philly. So I was like 11 or 11 or 12.
Yeah, that came out. I think that came out the year after Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, so it's 78, I think, or
78, 79,
yeah, right around there. Because that was we had a choice. It was Star Wars or that movie, and we chose
77.
Yeah, we chose.
You chose Grease over Star Wars?
Yes, I did. And I still living by that. And I'm not a star. I wasn't, you got to remember too, was like that wasn't like something that I was interested in. As
no one knew what it was going to be, you know.
Yeah,
so it's not like
well. So here's the deal, right? Star Wars.
Knew that you already knew people in Greece. You knew about John Travolta.
I did. I think for me it was more of like for my aunt, like even back then that was more of like anti-religious movie.
What was
Star Wars?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah,
I'm a freshman in high school.
Did she watch Grease with you?
Yeah, she was.
And they're talking about making chicks cream and stuff.
Yeah, so yes. Grease Lightning. Grease Lightning. So I'm a freshman.
I think he even said something about maybe she'll show you some tits.
Yeah, get some tits. Ain't no shit in Grease Lightning. Go, Grease Lightning. Go to another quarter mile. Oh, yeah.
Go,
so, I'm a freshman in high school.
That's great.
And the summer it came out, I'm going into high school, but I don't know anybody. I just moved here. Get to high school, everyone's talking about Star Wars. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not impressed. My brother is home from the Navy.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, let's go to the movies. It was the last night Star Wars was showing in Modesto. So we went to the theater on McHenry. They only had one screen at the time. The Briggsmore Theater. So we go in, see Star Wars last night. It's in town. Fucking love that shit. Couldn't wait for Empire Strikes Back, dude. Oh my God, that was incredible.
Yeah, I didn't know. Honestly, I did not realize that Star Wars was a big deal until we came here. And I remember my little cousin Teddy having complete Star Wars bedding and curtains and everything, pillowcase that was all Star Wars.
Out here, it's crazy.
Because George Lucas.
Yeah, because I remember Star Wars when I was young. My uncle would put it on. I wasn't someone that was like a fan, all that stuff. But I moved out here and like all my friends, every friend I had was like Star Wars, And then I found out like George Lucas was from out here.
From Modesto, American Graffiti. CR, you missed probably the best time to be here.
Yeah,
in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. When we could cruise McHenry.
Yeah, they lifted that band.
Do you know this song?
They lifted that band. You could cruise McHenry, but it's just wild out here now.
Do you know this song?
It'll never be Addicted to Love.
I feel like I know the song. The video looks familiar.
You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love.
Yeah, I know this song.
You know this song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can't do this one then.
Why? What are you gonna do?
He's got a reaction video to a song for our
yeah. I'm sure you'll find one, dude.
Okay, John, here you go. Reaction video for do was not was Walk the Dinosaur.
Was
not was.
It's up there.
Speaking of which, those
Walk the Dinosaur
of legs.
Was Rock the Dinosaur.
Walk the Dinosaur.
Rock. Speaking of legs, those walk like an Egyptian. The Bengals.
Yeah.
God damn.
Here you are. We're gonna rate this one.
Okay. Never walk like a dinosaur. Oh wow. Damn. No. Damn. You know what?
At the club, Black Angus right here.
I can't hate it because the bass line is so sick. I love the bass line. Let's keep going. This is a crazy song.
We gotta stop and talk every now and then.
Okay, so just like it. So when did this come out?
1984, 85.
Because it was giving me like Bobby Brown.
Yeah, right before Bobby Brown.
Like when he did the song for Ghostbusters.
Yeah. That was Ray Parker Jr., by the way.
What?
Ghostbusters.
No, he did a song in Ghostbusters. I don't know about the who you gonna call. That wasn't Bobby Brown.
That was Ray Parker Jr. Yeah.
Okay, he was Ray Parker Jr. Okay. Bobby Brown does another song in that movie though, but Damn, that bass line is sick.
See, we were at the Angus dancing to this, man. It was on. It was on right here.
Is Walk the Dinosaur like a dance move or something?
Yeah.
I'm fucking blown away because I never heard this fucking song.
You've never heard Walk the Dinosaur? Dude, every night at the Angus, we were dancing to this.
Yeah. The band is called
Was Not Was. Yeah.
Check it out. Walk the Dinosaur. Walk the Dinosaur.
Yeah, we were dancing to this at the Angus, man. We were having a good time.
What were they really talking about, though?
On the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur.
Wow.
Get on the floor.
No, why Bob likes this video.
What the fuck is this?
There's a dance, dude. I'm telling you, man. Hey, the 80s, 70s, and 80s, the cocaine was amazing.
Oh, the cocaine was good.
You know the cocaine.
Damn, hey, you're in there like
cocaine was good, man. Cocaine was good.
At Black Angus,
so,
you do this shit.
So this came out. This came out probably right after Walk Like an Egyptian.
Missed out on the good ass.
Yeah, this came out like right after Walk Like an Egyptian.
Oh, so that I heard. That song is a great song.
Yeah.
This one makes absolutely no sense.
Dude,
no, I'd love it.
I'm willing to bet.
Yeah,
that someone had to pay him a lot of money.
I'm telling you right now, this was their only hit.
They wanted another banger like that, dude. You got to ride the
this was their only hit, but the whole thing was is once it started, everybody was on the dance floor, and that's what you wanted.
Remember, John? There was a song that came out. Who let the dogs out? Who? I guess
it's early 2000s.
The Baja Boys,
exactly. But there was like this thing about who. I guess like that hook came from like versions of other people's songs.
Yeah.
And then they found out that I think it was either a high school, like the oldest recorded of Who Let the Dogs Out, who was a chant from either a college or high school sports team.
Right.
Because whatever their team is the dogs ever. So it was like, who let the dogs out? Who it was literally like that. The other ones were like little versions of it, but that's why, man, people they fucking rock out, dude.
I'm telling you right now,
music is awesome.
Yeah, see, at the Angus, the best part about this, right? You're at the Angus, and it doesn't matter race, ethnicity, all that didn't count.
Yeah,
all that counted was great song. Let's all go to the dance floor.
Yeah,
we all danced together. We drank together.
There was
we
a
partied
lot
together.
of good dancing music,
and nobody fought with each other.
Yeah,
this was the best time of my life because it was the 80s. All you needed was a good dance song, and this was a great dance song.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds funky. I would recommend checking it out.
Yeah,
Walk the Dinosaur. I love it, man. It reminds me of it gives me like Prince vibes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
it had that beat, that sound.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah. That's so. You're
on the dance floor. You're like, open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Everybody get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Yeah, right?
Hell yeah, dude. This is a jam right here.
And then you follow this up with Rock Steady by the Whispers?
No, you're telling me you're not that.
Put up Rock Steady by the
song
Whispers.
is talking about trying to hook up with older women.
He knows this song. He knows
put up Rock Steady by the Whispers.
He knows this song.
We need a deep dive. I'm gonna do a history lesson on this Walk the Dinosaur. This shit has to be talking about getting with older women.
Absolutely. Dude. No, go ahead. Just go ahead and put up the Whispers, Rock Steady.
He knows that song though.
No, by what?
The Whispers.
You might. I know Careless Whisper.
No, put up the Whispers, Rock Steady.
Rock Steady Whispers.
I know No Doubts, Rock Steady. I know about like regular.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, hell yeah! Bring on the fun.
This is the 80s vibe too. So you'd get Walking Dinosaur,
now,
and you get this.
Now I know why Bob's nickname is A Boogie.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, the synthesizers, dude.
You got the vibe, right?
Told you I should have grew up in the 70s, man. I've been out there.
Exactly.
With my pleated velvet pants. I never heard this song before in my life.
You've never heard this?
No.
Okay. I wanted you.
I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck was going on back then, dude? Is that all the same guy? That's not the same guy, right?
They're twins.
Oh, okay, because I'm like, I'm tripping out.
The lead singers are twins.
Yeah, okay. All right, I thought it was the whole band looked like that. Okay.
We begin to rock.
Yeah.
Steady.
Oh.
Steady rocking all night
long.
Begin to rock.
I know this right, yeah.
Steady. Rocking till the break of
you
dawn.
give me a funky bass line, I'm hooked, dude.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song.
I'm telling you, man.
Rocksteady. They're talking about fucking on it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Rock steady, getting with you, lady. Come on now.
Man.
Come
Oh,
on.
man.
You know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
You got to direct 2 of our songs.
Hey, you guys, like, what's so cool about back in the days, you guys just hit it so well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, or maybe it's just because I'm a kid and I'm hearing these songs, but when you heard these songs, you knew what they were talking about already?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My generation is like, we just say it.
Well, so the cool part about the 80s, right? So you get Rock the Dinosaur, you get Rocksteady, then all of a sudden you get Billy Idol, Rebel Yell.
Yeah. Or like, I was telling John the other podcast, like, I didn't know that Like a Prayer was talking about giving blowjobs.
What?
Is it? Isn't that Madonna's Like a? Is it Like a Prayer?
Like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
You did? Oh, are you
Just
fucking me?
like
You didn't know?
prayer.
I was today years old when I found that out, dude. I was like, Madonna out here making me sing about giving blowjobs. I did not like that song, dude.
Yeah, she got in a lot of trouble for that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just, but that was the whole 80s vibe right there.
What was the other one?
There's Cyndi Lauper, like, Playing With Myself or something like that.
No, Cyndi Lauper was, the Vinyls was When I Think About You, I Touch Myself.
Oh, okay.
The Vinyls.
Now, who was the other one? She was an Australian. I think she was.
Sheen Easton, Sugar Walls?
No. She was not Australian. I'm sorry.
My Sugar Walls.
She was Irish, and she got the Catholic Church pissed off.
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Nothing Compares to You.
Nothing Compares to You.
What was that song about?
It's a slower song, but basically it's about a breakup and stuff. But she was like,
I know she did that Rip the Picture of the Pope thing.
Yeah. She was like, she was. Well, she wasn't Irish Catholic. She was the rebellion against Irish Catholics. She was a Protestant.
And
there was like a civil war in Ireland.
Yeah.
Catholics were fighting Protestants.
I think there still is, man. You know. So.
Pull up that one. She shaved her head. Sinead O'Connor. Nothing Compares to You.
Yeah.
But the Cyndi Lauper song, "The Goonies."
She's good enough for you. Yeah.
She's talking about like how dude came earlier. So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I love the 80s. Man.
Oh no, dude. So we talked about this song. The Four Seasons sang December '63.
Yeah.
It was about his first time getting laid.
Yeah.
And there's a line in the song that says, "I came way too soon."
Erectile dysfunction is not funny.
Even in the 80s.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. No, this is 70s when What a Night came out.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah, no, it was a great song. It was let's see. I felt the rush like a rolling ball of thunder.
You're hearing those two
spinning my head around and taking my body under.
1976, Bob was how old? 13, correct?
I was the summer of 76. I was 13.
What was the hot shoe?
Oh, what the fuck? That's great.
The hot shoe was Chuck Taylor's.
Chuck Taylor, yeah, it's same for me, so it wouldn't really.
But that was also the same year that I was playing baseball and I had a paper route. And I bought the first pair of Adidas they brought on base.
Adidas, yeah.
And my dad's like, take it back. I'm like, I'm keeping it. It's my money.
Yeah.
Because Converse were $8.
You went German.
Yeah, but see, Converse were $8.
Yeah.
Adidas were $18.
You know what? Yeah. And
I bought it with my paper route money.
You've been a Vans guy your whole life. Hey.
No. But I used to love Adidas and Pumas and stuff. But there's one moment where it really captures when you open up that fresh pair of shoes.
Oh yeah.
For those people who are shoe heads and stuff. And to me, that's the Sandlot.
Sandlot, yes.
And he whips out that.
Oh yeah, Benny.
Barbarino or something.
No, what's Benny's name? Benny the Jet. Moreno.
Yeah, Benny the Jet.
Moreno.
Hold on a second. I gotta take this.
You gotta Google it. Bob Googling something is just scary, dude. When Bob has to fucking Google something, dude, it's like Bob's fucking mind is like a rolling Rolodex of fucking knowledge. Just,
come on, man.
He could tell you when like athletes when they were conceited.
Yeah.
When their parents had sex. He could tell you what car it was.
Bob is Google.
If it was raining that day, if it was hot, what car it was in, how big the back seat was. He knew all that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, he knows all that stuff.
That's incredible. I wish I could be.
It's incredible.
I did not call you. I'm doing my podcast.
It is. Yeah. I can't remember shit, man. I can't remember what happened yesterday.
Dude, you know what? Me too. Like you're right. Like I of all the popular brands, I had to think when you said the name, I started thinking about it, and it's like the only pair of shoes I've never bought, but Puma. I never bought a pair of Pumas.
No, I bought, like I said, we were Chuck Taylors until I bought a pair of Adidas.
Yeah.
And then in high school, we were still Chuck Taylors. Yeah. And I remember the first brand name shoe I bought was a pair of cowboy boots, and they were Tony Lamas.
Yeah.
Damn, never had a pair of those.
I had,
cowboy boots. You never had cowboy boots? I could see John being a
dude.
Cowboy.
I had
cowboy. My brother wore cowboy boots.
If you were going to a country wedding where it was,
if you didn't go to the Outback with cowboy boots,
I went to the Outback with cowboy.
You didn't get in. You didn't get in.
No. Most of the time, I had my gray Capizios. All right, but every now and then I would wear my Tony Lama.
The Outback.
And I scored more with my gray Capizios.
Welcome to the Outback.
No, it was Black Angus. It was Black Angus.
Oh my god,
dude, that was a place to be though. Like so,
how many for?
Yeah, no. So back in the day in the 80s, every place had a live band. Yeah. You went to the Tree Frog, they had a live band.
Tree Frog.
You went to the Pavilion, which is now Crocodiles, they had a live band. Yeah. Everybody had a live band except for the Angus.
Yep.
And Angus was DJ only.
It was a DJ only.
And that's where the best times were. But
yeah, because with a DJ, you can play anything. With
Was Not Was. And you go to the Whispers and play Billy Idol. Yeah. And then you play, was it the Romantics or was it What I Like About You? You hold me tight. When you go uptown, turn around, talking about. Oh yeah, I love man. Yeah. I want to go back and be 22, 23 years old again, and go to the Black Angus.
That would be like your
and know what I know now.
If you rubbed the lamp and the genie was like, "You got one wish."
Yes.
21 Bob.
No. 24-year-old Bob.
You had money.
Did you do some crazy shit like actually?
I had a decent job. I had some money in my pocket. Had my own apartment. But I wouldn't be as afraid to talk to women as I was at the time.
Yeah.
Would you do some crazy life-changing shit like?
No, you're not allowed to do that.
No. See, I thought about that. Everyone goes, if you could go back and make a couple of decisions.
You can't.
I'm like, I would love to, but I wouldn't because I would miss out on all the great people that I met.
Yeah.
If I changed one thing in my life, I wouldn't meet all those great people.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't spend and you want to spend some money and buy some Disney or Apple stock?
Well, I mean, I might do that, but as far as making instead of when they
buy that Apple stock, maybe Bob doesn't meet Jesse.
Right, Bob doesn't go to Outback. Bob's not at MTC.
Go to work at MTC.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But see, I mean, I wouldn't.
That's when you playing with that time.
Yeah, it'd be tough because I've known a lot of great people.
Here we go. Shit just got deep.
That's why I want to go to the future. You can't fuck nothing up.
Yeah,
but
go to the future.
Yeah.
What if you go to a year that you surpass living? Doesn't that affect anything?
You don't want to go that far.
Right.
You just go 5 years. Think of what you can accomplish.
What happens if you go 5 years and you're not around? Dude, that's gonna be a mind.
Well, then it won't let me go 5 years.
That's a mind fuck.
Come on, Art. If I go back in time and I change one thing, I don't get to meet Aristotle Nunez.
Yeah,
that's I understand.
I would miss out.
I always think about that.
I would miss out.
Yeah, there's a good chance you don't meet Mrs. Artemis.
Yeah. There was a couple times where I could have been in a car accident.
Kids of yours.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I
We'd
think
be
about
sitting
that
here
stuff.
drinking fucking whiskey with John and Bob.
Being on the #1
Podcast, right? That people don't know about.
The world.
But so as we sit here and talk about like, so we're rating songs and we're talking about the songs of our eras and stuff. Music's one of the best things ever in life.
Yeah, you guys have seen Hot Tub Time Machine, right?
Yeah, I love Hot Tub Time
Like, you wouldn't. You're telling me you
Let's
wouldn't
go Google it.
and be like the lead singer of fucking Motley Crue,
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
let's
good
go look
song.
at Google. No, it's Lugal.
It's Lugal.
There's this.
It changes Motley Crue's name.
Yeah.
There's a movie called, I think it's called Yesterday, and this guy wakes up and no one's ever heard the Beatles, so he does like he knew like how to play all the Beatles songs.
Yeah.
So he becomes like he pretty much becomes the Beatles because no one's ever heard.
Oh wow.
It's a crazy movie. Like, yeah, he just wakes up in this like alternate reality.
I'm telling you though, Art, one Sunday night, me, you, Mrs. Art, and John go to Tori's because they do karaoke there on Sundays. All right. We go to Tori's and we do some karaoke. You know, and I'll like and I will like impress you with my 70s and 80s music.
He will.
Yeah, dude, you guys hey, you know what? You guys always impress me with just knowledge and like all kinds of stuff from the past.
Because we're old, because we lived it.
And that's what's cool, man. We should all learn from each other like that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to even imagine, even though it wasn't in my life, technology that we have now. It blows me away. And like it's still like, you know, cell phones were technically already around, but not everyone had a cell phone when I was a kid. Like, you had to be like rich or working in Hollywood or some CEO, you know, like I think my uncle had a car phone. Like, it was like shit like that. And for us to just have what we have now, for me, in this little like 20-year span, I can't imagine what you guys like feel or have seen or can compare to your life.
So let me help you out here, okay? As a little kid, only 4 channels on TV.
Yeah, see, I'm part of not
ABC,
4.
ABC, PBS.
For me, it wasn't 4. For me, it was a little bit more, but I was in the time where TVs turned off.
Yeah.
They'd play the national anthem.
At midnight.
Yeah, see, I think mine was more like 2 a.m.
Ours was midnight.
And your TV would shut off. You would just get the snow.
And 10 o'clock was, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
Oh yeah. That fucking shit.
And so there was no video games until I was like 13, and Pong came out.
Can you see this guy? Do you understand? This guy saw the invention of the first video game, my guy. Damn, dude. What happened cool before that? Like sliced bread or fucking Jesus?
No,
maybe?
dude, look. To keep myself occupied, being at Brothers, I had an electric football game. It's where you plug it in.
The guys just
the vibrator. You would change the bottom of your guys so they would block one way and run the other way. So we had electric football, and we had like a hockey game. We had air hockey.
Yeah. That's another thing that like, you know,
pinball.
These guys were talking about it on the Friday Night BS show. Like, you guys should check out the Friday Night BS show. But you know, like too, I can't imagine, or like if I grew up having money, I couldn't have experienced the stuff that I experienced being poor.
Right.
And some of that stuff, in my opinion, anyways, there are more people who are poor, so you can relate more compared to like being rich or whatever, and be like, oh yeah, you know, like I spent summers in you know, in Paris and stuff. It was kind of boring, but like I remember seeing those little games, you know, and those little things that, even though maybe like in my how old I was or in the generation I came up, I should have probably had like, you know, video games and stuff. But my first one was, I think I had a Nintendo. Yeah, I remember having a Nintendo for a while. And other than that, we like played outside, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we did. So part of John's thing today, right, John, was we're going to talk about your best vacations from back in the day, right? So when I was 13, we didn't take a vacation that year because my dad had taken my older brother and sister to Oregon earlier that year because he was going to Germany to be there for a year and a half. So we didn't go on vacation that year. But normally, vacations where we either came to California, went to Florida. We had a pop-up tent trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a fucking blast, dude.
We camped driving, right?
Yeah, we drive. We were all in the back seat of we were all in the back of the camper in the truck with a camper shell. And we had a pop-up tent trailer.
Yeah.
We stop at KOA camps and we would just camp every night. And that's how we did vacations. And it was incredible. It's just like mom would cook breakfast, mom would cook dinner in the camper. And lunchtime, we'd stop at a roadside rest park and we'd all make bologna sandwiches and have cheap soda or Kool-Aid.
I do camping now as an adult now because I never did camping really when I was a kid. I think like I have like 2 memories of it, but it was still like glamping. We went to a spot that it was like RVs.
Yes.
You ran an RV and we were like, this is roughing it or whatever. But where the fuck did you go, John? Where are you going? And so you guys were traveling like to Italy and stuff, huh?
We used to go,
That's so dope, dude.
Like when we moved here, for me, like that first, I got to know the guy that used to live next door. Here's my best friend, Troy. And, we grew up in South Philly. So summer for us was always Atlantic City.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were Jersey Shore before Jersey Shore.
That's
so were you like Ronnie or the situation?
I was the situation.
Okay.
Johnny's totally the fucking situation, dude.
Yeah, Snooki or what?
Nah, dude, the situation just be out there.
I was too young to like to get like into that, like I'm in love with somebody and to beat. But I have great memories of that boardwalk in Atlantic City, and it was before things really changed. Like they still had the horse that jumped from
jumped off the diving board
into the fucking pool.
Right. Oh shit!
I could see all that shit. So like when we moved here, I thought like, oh my God, there's our great summers. Cause we used to like go for like 2 weeks to Atlantic City. My parents would rent this house and we would go and we stay there with some other families and we'd stay like a week, 2 weeks, sometimes in Jersey and Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So when we moved here, I was like, okay, we lost that, and then my buddy, we got to know each other and we became good friends. And that summer, he's like, hey, my mom wants to know if you want to come with us to Santa Cruz. And I didn't know what Santa Cruz was yet, So for me, it was like that first experience of being here in California and going to Santa Cruz and having, Santa Cruz of the 80s.
Okay.
And seeing the rides, it's like I was back in Atlantic City.
Yeah,
there's the boardwalk. All the people playing volleyball. The amusement park part. The cotton candy, Sweetwater taffy. All that stuff was there. I was like, amazing. Wow, this is like we're still in Jersey. Yeah. So I thought it was the coolest thing, and I was just like, for me, like that first time going there, and we stayed. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It's the one that's at the end of the boardwalk.
The Dream Inn, or
it was the big one.
The Dream Inn.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called now, but we stayed there, and it was great because it was just like. It's not like today, like, oh yeah, go ahead, go to the beach. No, you wait till the whole family goes to the beach. But his mom was like, yeah, go ahead, we'll catch up, go to the arcade. The arcade.
Oh, arcade was awesome.
And Santa Cruz was just amazing. Amazing arcade in the 80s. And it was just fun. Yeah. And I was just glad. And that's why to this day, I love Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is my favorite place to go to.
I do love Santa Cruz.
So Art, there's your boy, 1981 Santa Cruz.
That's you?
Yeah.
That's Bobby.
Damn.
Bobby Boogie.
My buddy took the picture. He overthrew the football, so I had to go get it. When I'm walking back.
Bob played that trick.
Hey, Bobby Boogie, man. Yeah. There you go.
That's your boy right there.
He was wearing them short Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Right? Hey, that was the style.
Hey. I love Santa Cruz too, man. Santa Cruz being that I was talking earlier where I spent like a summer in Venice. Like that was always my spot.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that's like the first spot I took my wife to when we went down to LA. My best friend grew up out there. I didn't know him out there. I met him when he was out here, but he was a guy who grew up in Venice. So we just like clicked. Dogtown reminds me a lot of Santa Cruz, or Santa Cruz reminds me a lot of Venice, I should say. Like,
yeah.
Like it's the vibe. It's just like people are just so cool over there. I love Santa Cruz.
I love Venice Beach too. I remember the first time we went there, and I was kind of blown away by it. It wasn't that much different as far as like the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that same beach vibe, you know.
Yeah.
You have no matter if you're in Santa Cruz, except unless you're in Monterey. Monterey is a whole different.
Yeah, there is, and even San Francisco's beach is different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, is it called North Shore or whatever?
North Shore Beach. Yeah.
You know what made Santa Cruz cool though? The Lost Boys.
Yeah,
The Lost Boys. Yeah,
that movie came out. Oh my god!
If you guys haven't seen it, check out Sinners. This movie Sinners. I just saw this thing today where I don't want to give out the end, but someone mentioned, because the movie is about vampires and all, like, there's something that like they talk about, like it would be cool if they kind of redid the Lost Boys, but it was 80s Oakland.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Like, just, you know what I mean? Like it would be. It's just insane. And
80s Oakland. Jesus.
There is a movie. I forgot what movie.
Curtis, Traquan, you know, Blade.
But that's one of.
I don't know if I would be abandoned.
There's that is my what is it, like, bucket list thing, is to see the East Coast.
The East Coast is awesome.
Everyone always talks about like going Paris or wherever, and that's cool. I'm not hating on it, but
East Coast is awesome.
For me personally, I have to go to the East Coast. I want to see all of it.
Hurry up.
Yeah. Like,
no, I'm telling you though,
Jersey,
like Florida, Georgia, South Carolina is completely different than
I don't want
Massachusetts, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Maine.
I would probably
It's totally different.
Yeah,
the
Jersey,
3 or 4 places I think of when I think of East Coast that I want to hit would be Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, and Maine.
Yeah. Oh, Maine's awesome. Maine's
those are like my.
But Florida's a great vibe, dude.
They got great pizza in Connecticut. It's the world's best pizza, they say.
That's impossible.
Bullshit.
I heard the best pizzas in New York.
It keeps winning. No,
Chicago.
Chicago deep dish. Chicago deep dish.
Chicago deep dish.
Chicago deep dish is a whole nother thing,
dude. All right,
it's a whole nother thing, and it is so good.
Art, if you ever go back east and you're on the coast, you're in Connecticut, Massachusetts. You gotta stop in this little town on the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut called Woonsocket.
Okay.
It's I partied back there in '85.
Damn.
Every bar you walked into had a Springsteen cover band. Because Springsteen was hot in '85.
Yeah.
Woonsocket was just incredible.
Una pizza Napoleano.
Look at that. Look, number one,
Tony's Pizza Napolitano. Yes.
Number one. I told you, New York.
They advertise on KMBR.
Portland got one. Hey, how's New York got 2 spots in there? Fucking New York.
I had pizza in New York.
New York pizza is great.
And so it was okay.
It depends on where you go, man.
It's more of a thin crust.
Yeah, it's a thin crust. There's a lot of grease involved. Yeah. It's a big slice. It's good pizza. It's good mozzarella. It's good sauce.
There was a place
great dough.
There was a place in Berkeley called Fat Slice. I don't know if they're still around.
Yeah.
But I think you could get a slice and for like $1.50.
I really liked when I was in Chicago, the deep dish pizza in Chicago. Because I had New York pizza.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
deep dish is there's like
I said, it's a whole other thing. It's good. It's great. I love it.
Regular pizza is not considered a meal.
Yeah.
Deep dish pizza is considered a dinner.
Yeah,
it's a meal.
I probably do a slice of deep dish.
You can't eat more than one slice.
When I was working at You Save Liquors on Yosemite, Shakey's next door.
Oh, Shakey's, baby.
Shakey's had a deep dish that was incredible. I'd make I knew the guy next door, so he let me walk and make my own pizza. So I do pepperoni with light sauce, and then after I cooked it, it was a deep dish style. I would put stewed tomatoes on top when it came out of the oven, and I'd make like a medium, and I would eat the medium.
I think the best kind of pizza would be like, it has to do the balance. This is my problem, not problem, but like the thing that's different between no with deep dish. With deep dish, it's like I think it has like a lot of cheese. It's like I think like, or I shouldn't say regular pizza, but I think when it comes to pizza, it should be a great balance of bread, cheese, sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
with the deep dish, it's a pizza reversed.
Right.
The cheese is on the bottom,
Yeah.
the sauce is on
and
the
there's a lot of cheese
because
on
it
it.
takes a long time to cook that
Right.
pizza, so you don't want to burn the cheese. So you put the cheese on the bottom and the sauce is on top.
Yeah. It's
And
still
then
a great pizza. It's
They
just,
pull it out, yeah.
Oh no,
it's good
Shakey's had a great deep dish. Like I said, when I pulled out of the oven, I put stewed tomatoes on top. Oh my god!
how do you feel about stuffed crust?
I like stuff.
Okay.
Stuffed crust is good.
This guy's
Stuffed crust is good.
this guy. I thought he was gonna hate on it.
No.
How about Little Caesars?
I don't eat
Little Caesars.
Oh
is
man.
garbage.
So you've never had the
I've had Little Caesars stuffed crust. I've had all.
not the stuffed crust, but have you had the pretzel crust?
Yeah, I had
Never had
With the nacho, it has nacho cheese on it, except
yeah,
for
I'm not. I can't. Little Caesars gives me heartburn.
Okay.
It's their sauce.
let's shout out a good pizzeria out here in Modesto. What's your take? Not no Domino's or whatever you like to call it.
I'm gonna go the best pizza here in Modesto. Fuck. It used to be Pizza in New York, but
Yeah.
he's closed.
Shakey's was mine when
Are you talking about Chefs in New York or it says
Chefs
Chefs
in
in New York?
Shakey's was mine when I was a kid.
Yeah, Shakey's is a little kid.
Shakey's was awesome.
Oh God, now
Damn.
I don't have that much pizza to tell you what's good
see, I don't
because it's so expensive.
see, like I
Round
get-
Table is incredible.
I get.
Yeah,
see,
there you go,
I was
there
just gonna
too.
say, like you got round tables and you got Mountain Mikes. Okay, and
Dude, that Mountain Mike's.
those are both $40 fucking pizzas.
No, Round Table's 50, and you got to like
Uh,
get a loan off your mortgage to
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah, I'm
And-
not big on
you know,
the.
I'm not big on.
I used to
is
work for
I
Round
don't
Table.
Need all that shit on there. I don't
Yeah.
need piles and piles and piles of shit on my pizza.
Yeah,
You know, you make a great pizza is when you can make a cheese pizza and that's it, and it's fucking delicious.
yeah.
I'm telling you, the best pizza we had was that last party at Joey's.
Yeah.
We had like 15
mean,
different styles of
yeah.
pizza,
Yeah.
and they were all pretty good. The Mexican pizza was awesome
Yeah.
with the enchilada sauce instead of pizza sauce.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
Joey.
I'm gonna say I can't remember the name of it. It's downtown,
Let's go.
and God damn it, is it on fucking what street is it on?
Yeah. Oh.
Is it? I want to see Churches. Is that it? Not it. That's not it.
Oh, Church Key.
Church Key? Yeah.
Yeah,
Church
that
Keys.
is a damn good pizza.
Okay.
The crust is amazing. It's
And they do it
flaky.
the Sicilian style where it's a
Yeah.
square, right?
Yeah.
And they make a square too, but their dough is just out.
Yeah.
Of it. It's,
And you know what though? But it really is all about the dough,
yeah,
Yeah.
the dough,
and then the toppings.
yeah, the dough and the cheese and your sauce. I mean, those are your three most important ingredients. If you got a good sauce and you got a good dough,
Yeah.
and you use real mozzarella cheese,
All right.
good mozzarella cheese,
Yeah.
you got a great pizza.
Well, this sounds like maybe because I'm just still off Nona's. I think it's time to open, the Truncali pizza.
No,
pizza
hell
shop.
no.
Yeah,
Hell
John.
no.
The Truncali pizza shop here, located here in Modesto.
And the best pizza I've had here in California is Tony's.
Oh, in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Where did you say?
Tony.
Oh,
Oh,
North Beach,
Oh,
North Beach pizza.
Oh, wow.
That is,
North Beach pizza was
that-
incredible.
That is a booming slide.
Yeah, North
Hey,
Beach. Oh
and
my
John
god.
has the taste for it because he's actually
Yeah,
tried.
no, North Beach pizza.
He's
All right.
tried pizza from the motherland.
All right,
So.
so to change subjects
Pizza in Rome is amazing.
before
Dude,
we end
Can't
this
even
show,
imagine.
getting back to the conversation
Uh-huh.
about the summer I was 13.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, one of the best moments ever. Okay,
You didn't get laid at 13.
no, I didn't get laid, but but close.
Just checking, making sure.
Debbie Anderson was
I
Awesome.
put my hand on
You
the
Debbie
thought the
Anderson
titties,
was a 36 double D.
That's who he shouted out, and she was
Debbie Anderson.
the one that passed away though. Or?
No, that was Rebecca Taylor. That was my girlfriend.
Shout
She
out
moved
to
away in
Rebecca.
7th grade.
Shout out to
Debbie
Rebecca.
Anderson, the summer in between 7th and 8th grade.
Yeah, Bobby.
I was at her house. Her parents were both at work. Her little brothers were downstairs. And
It's about to get
To-
spicy.
to quote Bobby Boucher, Mama, Debbie Anderson showed me her boobies and I liked it. 36 double D, 13 years old. Just incredible.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, good times, man.
I
Good
love being, the summer when I was 13 was incredible.
I can't even remember the first time I saw boobs, but I know I liked it.
Yeah.
I know I wanted them.
Brenda Austin when I was between 6th and 7th grade.
I know.
Don't tell Rebecca Taylor because that was my girlfriend. But I saw Brenda Austin's boobies.
You were gonna.
Have you guys ever seen the movie called? I think it's called Just One of the Guys.
Yes, yeah, that's a good movie.
That I honestly think that was the first time I saw boobies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, it's just one of the guys. That's not the soccer one, is it?
No, it's not the soccer one. It's one where his sister goes undercover as a guy, and she's like a reporter or something. But okay,
that sounds about right. Yeah.
One of my first booby movies my brother took me to.
Yeah.
The Great Texas Dynamite Chase with Claudia Jennings. She was a Penthouse centerfold.
Oh wow. I think the other time I saw boobies was
but my first real live boobies who weren't a relative was like Debbie Anderson.
Debbie, if you're out there, Debbie.
Oh my
Debbie's
God.
back in Dixon, Missouri somewhere. I hope
she's out in Missouri.
Debbie, I hope you're still alive.
Missouri. Yeah, shout out Missouri.
Shout out Missouri. I had a great time growing up there, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retire there, so
I'm slowly working my way to like wanting to go like south.
Hey, Art, I'm telling you what, Art, when I retire, I move back to Missouri, you're always welcome.
It's fucking on.
You and Mrs. Art,
yeah.
you get
a couch waiting for you.
No, spare bedroom. We'll like roll over to Lake of the Ozarks and watch people in their boats. And
so crazy. I've never been to the South, and I just tripped.
Oh, this is the Midwest, but
he was worried. About
I was worried about the South, but Midwest too. Like Midwest, I'm always down for Midwest too.
Yeah. No. Seriously, when I retire, you are always welcome. You and Mrs. Art.
Hell yeah,
Art,
John, you're always welcome to.
I always had a good time down south.
Yeah,
always. When
I'm assuming they're very loving people.
They are.
I did not feel like a truck driver when I was in restaurants or I stopped for a drop off a load. I wasn't. I just you did the Southern comfort it's there.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, I remember it was
to say this stop by and drop off a load sounds crazy.
It was 1993.
Load right there.
Me and Dad were going back to Missouri. We were coming from Louisiana. We stopped in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah.
So we stopped at a Shoney's, had dinner, and we had a black waitress. She was going to University of Arkansas, Little Rock. So we were talking to her and stuff. And when she's done, we tipped her $20. That's a lot back then, 93. Because most time you tip $5. And we tipped her 20. She goes, man, y'all not from around here. I said, no, we're from California. She goes, why? She says, I get $1, maybe $1.25, and everyone gives me a dirty look. I said, look, ma'am. I said, we're from California. We love good service. You are a fantastic waitress. And this is what we do. We don't have a prejudice. And it's getting better though. There are counties in Arkansas that are still, they're
still like, what are they called? Sundown?
Yeah, they're still racist. They're still racist. Yeah. But for the most part, America is pretty much accepting of everybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's some places in Arkansas that aren't still though. So
yeah. Like I said, I'd probably want to do East Coast and then a little bit of Midwest, South.
I'm serious, Art. Regardless, 10 years from now, when I'm retired, you want to come to Missouri? Come to Missouri.
Yeah,
I got a place for you.
Always wanted to go to Missouri.
I always got a place for you. We'll go to St. Louis and go up in the Arch, and we'll go to Lake of the Ozarks and.
Is it hot out there? Or what?
It's humid.
It's humid as
fuck.
Sweating right after the shower.
Thank you for the invite.
Hey, well, what do you think you're going to get on the East Coast?
It's humid as fuck on the East Coast.
I'm going to go there like in the wintertime.
Yeah, you go in the wintertime.
I want to see the snow for real.
That is one thing I always wanted to do was to go ice skating in New York City.
Rockefeller Center?
Fucking nerd.
It's not that big.
I know it's not that big.
1985.
It's just an experience, Bob.
I know, but I fly into New York City. My buddy picks me up. First thing we do is go down to Rockefeller Center, and I'm standing there by the ice skating rink going, it's so much bigger on freaking TV. It's not that big.
Yeah, well, I would knock out two birds with one stone going there because there's also 40 Rock where they filmed SNL.
40 Rock, but also I got my pictures taken.
One of my favorite shows.
I got my picture taken in front of the World Trade Centers.
Damn.
85.
See what I'm saying, dude? Fucking history shit. I was just watching that shit about Bin Laden, but like, dude, there's like, I would. Damn, this show's gonna get so canceled. But
no, it's not.
No, please don't Google ISIS. I want to take the ferry to go see fucking the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
I want to go to the hotel where
John Lennon got shot.
I was just watching that shit. What the fuck? Oh, like George or what? Oh no, didn't John Lennon? Oh, I thought he got shot
in New York City.
New York.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like
in front of his apartment complex.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I thought he got shot at Central Park, but yeah, there's like
I walked through Central Park.
Yeah, Central Park. Yeah,
I walked.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, like there's like just places I want to go. Like New York is, I'd have to spend like 2 weeks out there.
Well, see, so me and a buddy when I was 20 years old,
Bridge.
He got stationed at the Groton sub base in Connecticut.
Oh,
so I drove back with him for a week, and we did. I love history, so we did Virginia.
Yeah.
So I did Yorktown, Jamestown, Williamsburg. We went to Washington, D.C. If you ever go to D.C., you need one whole day for the Smithsonian.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know, man. See, D.C. is not something that I want to really go to.
You got to go to D.C.
Yeah.
There's like 40 good blocks of D.C., then it's surrounded by a ghetto.
Yeah. Like I said, with more like with New York, and I would want to hit every borough there, like spend a day almost, or, maybe hit 2 boroughs and whatever. But I haven't spent a week out there.
Coming home,
Jersey.
I stayed in Massachusetts. My flight left from New York. We drove through Harlem on the way back.
Yes, sir.
Harlem scared the shit out of me because it looked just like Coming to America with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bob, oh my God, new obsession: fries with blue cheese dressing.
That's your boy, 20 years old in Yorktown.
Hey, dude, you look like you belong from fucking
exactly
1700s.
Except for the car in the parking lot.
Where's the car in the parking lot? I didn't even notice that.
If you look back here in the parking lot, you see the edge of a car.
That's crazy, dude. You're a time traveler, my guy. That's
he's wearing a Confederate outfit.
No, I'm wearing the colonial, the colonial. You know what? This coat weighed like 15 pounds.
Yeah,
it's all wool.
They didn't fuck around back in the day. Your shit was like made out of real shit.
You had to stay warm, dude.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Yeah, and that's so you did that where?
I was 20 years old. That's Yorktown, Virginia.
Where
the last battle where we gained our independence.
Damn, see, dude,
that's where the British surrendered.
I like I'm more coast to coastal guy, like in the middle. Do I really want to see? I kind of want to see some stuff in the middle, but I'm warming up to it. I'm more like I just want to check out the other side of the country.
Well, I'll tell you what. Have you ever been to Grand Canyon?
No, I've never been to Grand Canyon.
So it's
been close, but
it's a 12-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
You and Mrs. Art take the kids, and what you'll get is the Grand Canyon, but you'll get like a lot of Native American history on the way.
That's cool. Yeah.
And then you go into New Mexico, where it's nothing but Native American history.
Trying to find some of that blue magic.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, just
go to Mexico and find Heisenberg.
Yeah, no, seriously. Get in the car, go to the Grand Canyon, you and Mrs. Art,
Yeah,
it's a lot of cool stuff.
Have you been to the Grand Canyon where you take the donkey and you ride down, or
My parents did in the 60s.
That's crazy.
But when I was a kid in the 70s, we were driving through and stayed for like 2-3 hours and took pictures from the high point.
Yeah.
But my parents did it back in the 60s.
Damn, see, my wife wants to go see that place. I'm not like, okay. Like, I know it's going to be amazing to see, but it's not something I'm like.
Well, yeah, if you understand that the whole thing was cut by the Colorado River.
Oh, okay. See,
so all the canyons are like, everything was cut by that little river you see way at the fucking bottom. You're like 2,000 feet above.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like 2,000 feet above.
Yeah. Damn, I was going to play this game with fucking John. And he was gonna have to take shots, but
no,
he was gonna do it. But what
game?
Like, I was gonna ask him. I've been trying to do my research because he's done like a couple shows about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And that just like that reminded me. I was gonna ask him 10 conspiracy theories, and if he believed them, he would have to take a shot, or if he never heard of them, he would have to take a shot.
All right, go. I've heard them all.
You've heard them all. Well. Doing my research, I found out you guys, because I know I'm the one that brought up to you about the John Lennon thing. The Paul McCartney thing, he was dead. And then in your show, someone said, "Yeah, you heard it, the one about Avril Lavigne."
Right.
Did you hear the one about Kanye?
No.
About Kanye?
That Kanye is a clone and he's been dead.
No way.
Yeah, you heard that
one?
See, if you haven't heard it, then you'd have to take take a shot. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard.
I didn't hear that, but I got to drive home, right?
Drive home.
I'm not sleeping here tonight.
What reminded me about why the Grand Canyon thing reminded me about this game was aliens.
Enzo,
Do you guys believe in aliens? The conspiracy of aliens?
Yes.
it fixed
You
my
do?
TV, Bob.
Oh,
Enzo, I don't know what he's doing.
he's laying down.
Enzo up.
So Bob is a yes for aliens. I'm trying to find your.
I
Did you say you believe in aliens?
I do. I think there's another force, a life force that's out there.
Yeah.
It's virtually impossible. Every element that we are created from is out there in the universe, and I find it hard to believe that we are just the only things that was actually created.
Right, because my whole all right. So when geometry was invented, and the pyramids were built symmetrically perfect, right? I mean, we went from fighting wars with sticks and arrows to building the pyramids and building the pyramids in Mexico and coming up with geometry and calculus.
Talk that stuff. Yeah.
Right? There had to have been an alien race that crashed here probably and couldn't get off.
Okay. The reason why I bring this up is because John sent me a video about mushrooms and how it changed the evolution of humans.
Yeah, humans. Yeah.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it didn't have to do with aliens, but just humans taking mushrooms and seeing something and just like opening up their mind to?
No, because there's this huge gap of about, I forget what it is. It's a huge gap of about 100,000 years that we don't know what took place. It may be 100 or 10,000. I'm not sure, but there's a gap that there's just too much advancement.
Yeah.
From being cave and hunter gatherers to where we were.
Right.
There's just too big of a gap.
Right, to the evolution of Western civilization between the Tigris and Euphrates River.
So do you think the mushrooms came before or after the aliens?
No, I think we actually have alien DNA. I think sorry God, but God created the aliens.
We'll go back to that.
So,
because all the major advancements we've made were all happened when there was no technology or anything.
Yeah.
So
I do think there was an advanced civilization before us.
Okay.
I do believe that. I do believe that. I think there's always been a reset. I don't know when our reset is coming.
Meaning there was an event, situation, civilization, and then something happened that crumbled it, and then we had to kind of start back from.
I don't mean like so advanced that where they're flying around in saucers.
Right. Advanced for their
time, and I think we will eventually plateau to an advancement where it's a complete reset for us, and it starts over. And what upsets me is like global warming and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Earth will always fix itself.
Right.
Always.
So going back.
No matter how, you got to think about it. It's almost 4 billion years old.
Right. All right, so hold on. Okay, so what are you going to say about?
Well, okay, so we had, before you came in Saturday night, we had this conversation. I had work. Okay. So we're sitting there talking. I said, look, 200,000 years from now,
oh shit! Okay,
we're going to live underground because our sun is a star, and it's going to continue to get bigger.
Okay,
so it's going to, in 1 million years from now, it's going to engulf Mercury. It's going to engulf Venus. We're eventually going to get engulfed. So we have about 200,000 years where we need to find a place off this rock.
That's okay
because the sun is a star. Eventually, it's going to expand so big, it's going to blow up and become a black hole.
Okay.
So it's going to engulf most of the planets in our solar system.
Yeah.
I said, theoretically, I don't care because I'll be dust.
You'll be dead by then, yeah.
But
all right.
And 200,000 years from now, people are going to need to find a place off this rock. And I go, and I think you're naive if you don't think there's another planet out there somewhere that can sustain our life form.
Yeah.
Because I think that race got here first, and that's how we got geometry. That's why they built the pyramids.
Okay,
that's why.
And that just mixed in with like barbarian or caveman.
So we went from caveman to like calculus in 10,000 years.
Okay.
How do we do that?
This shit got heavy, but like, so I was gonna throw in
shrooms, man.
Yeah, I was gonna throw in other stuff like just like higher stuff like, oh, do you guys think Courtney Love really killed Kurt Cobain?
Yes.
I think he killed himself.
Okay, this is where we would be like, we would have like the topic whether
he had a lot of mental issues.
Some, like,
he was dealing with a lot of shit. He killed himself.
So
because she was nowhere in the house when he killed himself.
This is interesting. Yeah.
What I started reading on, and I heard this about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Nixon got set up with Watergate.
Okay, that was gonna be one of them, but all right, Watergate.
Because Nixon wanted to investigate the killing of JFK. He knew
that was gonna be another one.
He knew it was a Democratic plot because Kennedy was a Northern Democrat who was all for equal rights, but the South, you still had Lyndon Baines Johnson, George Wallace, and all these Southern rednecks, racist KKK members.
Yeah,
that's why Lyndon Baines Johnson was his vice president. That's why they needed to get rid of Kennedy because he was more for civil rights.
Okay,
so when Nixon started looking into it, they framed him, right? Okay. Because like he said, I'm not a crook. G. Gordon Liddy got caught on purpose in the Watergate building. Nixon had no business trying to go to Watergate and investigate the Democrats. He was going to win anyway. Yeah. So when Nixon's like, I'm not a crook, I'm not a criminal, he wasn't. Yeah. He was going to investigate the JFK murder, and he had key personnel that was going to point out the Democrats did it. That's why they set him up with Watergate, and he got impeached. So his credibility was gone.
So the other question I was going to ask was the Kennedy assassination. You believe the government did it?
The government did it.
Do you think the government did it?
CIA.
Yeah.
CIA killed him.
CIA did.
So then,
to put the Southern Democrats back in charge.
I think one of the other ones I was going to ask was like, did dinosaurs really exist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. Dinosaur did exist.
Too much evidence for them not to.
Well, that's how we have all the oil underground.
No, oil.
See, this is
because they died, got buried, and their skin and stuff.
No, oil has nothing to do with that.
Oil has everything to do with it.
You want me to Google it?
You can Google all you want.
Oh no, you know what it was going to be? It was going to be, did dinosaurs have feathers except for scales?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They had what, feathers? You believe they had feathers?
To do with fossil fuels.
Yeah, why they call it fossil fuel?
It's not. It has nothing.
Why they call it fossil fuel?
I learned this in 10th grade, dude.
All right, so look, if you look at all the pockets where the fossil fuels are, that's where the dinosaurs existed.
Oh, the weirdest.
All right. Do dinosaurs have anything to do with oil?
Why is it called fossil fuels?
Does not come from dinosaurs. While the common misconception is that oil is formed from the remains of dinosaurs, the reality is that it is
microscopic marine organisms like algae and plankton.
So why are they found like in Texas, Iraq, Iran that are deserts?
It doesn't.
So that's why, because deserts. I believe that's what happened too. Places that were deserts, or places that are deserts, are the oldest part of the world, and they used to be underwater. That's why it is microorganisms and plankton. And
all right, so actually, this kind of makes sense because at one point in the world, everything was connected. It was called Pangea.
See how this would have been so cool with shots. Yeah,
exactly. So there was one huge continent called Pangea, and then they started separating, and then you started getting ecological changes in the land mass as they started separating. But with the mountains, the mountain ranges caused deserts. Because if you look, every desert is on the backside of a mountain range.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you need the clouds have to disperse all their moisture to get over the mountain range. Okay. That's why there's no moisture on the backside of the mountain range. Nevada, Arizona, on the backside of the Sierras. They're all deserts.
Hey, suck it, bitch. Oh, I forgot I was live.
Oh, hey, what's going on, JP?
Was JP? That's JP.
But yeah, no, that's a good theory, though, John. Man. Hey, John.
I was telling you, I learned that in 10th grade.
Yeah.
F you.
All right, so I don't know how many we've done, but I can't think of any more. But my last one was gonna be: Do you believe Jesus was white?
No, he was. Wait. He was olive skinned. He was an olive skinned because of the region. He was olive skinned. Was he more Caucasian than black? Absolutely, but he was olive skinned because of the region he grew up in.
He was Jewish, man.
This would have been good ones.
Come on now. If right. In theory, Here, let me stand next to Art.
Okay.
In case God shoots me with a lightning bolt right now, he might hit Art. In theory, God could have been black because he did turn water into wine to keep the party going.
Just remember,
I'm right here next to you, Art. All right, in case we get a lightning bolt, you're going with me, brother.
Just remember, God doesn't have a body.
So that's
Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ. He turned water into wine to keep the party going.
Yeah,
right, come on, man.
Which shots would have been?
Ain't no white people doing that because they didn't want Jack.
Do you believe in Satan?
Do I believe in Satan?
Absolutely.
Morning Star, Mr. Morning Star.
Absolutely.
Nah.
The light bearer.
Nah, I believe my beliefs are kind of like, I do pray. You know, I think it's just something in human nature, or maybe
you have to have something to believe.
What it was built in me, but I believe that we are God and we are the devil. We make bad choices. We make good choices. We hope that there's something bigger and written out in the stars for us. I always
when we leave the earth,
yeah, like. But for me, bro, when I leave this earth, the thing that's gonna keep me alive are the people that talk about me.
I'm telling you right now, there is a Satan because that sumbitch comes in at 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturday nights.
I don't know who he's talking about, but
you're already there, so it's not you.
I believe that, like we are those things, man. We are we are those.
I'm like Randy Watson, okay? I believe the children are our future. He said, well, let them show the way. Show them all the beauty they put something. Boy, good. Randy Watson. Sexual chocolate, Mr. Randy Watson. Hey, John, it's 6 o'clock. I got to go home. You better shut us off.
We are done.
This was another wild episode.
Yeah, everybody look in the camera and say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in.